compañeros afuera. Este es el Dateline Teleradyo. Queda informado, sabe el más reciente noticias, el mga suceso que te ocurrí aquí en la atong ciudad y en mga cercano lugar. Todos te aquí na Dateline Teleradyo.
Alas 6:20 del día. Good morning! Hello! ¿Qué tal ang diswertada di ato nali mga bisinos? Sembunamente ba? Ojalá que bueno ang mga brain ali hindi aburido aga-aga pa. Dali kita gracias con el di aton creador kay por causa ya diswerta pa kita. Y al mismo tiempo, reza kita que ojalá este día ay quedaliviano para con todo kanaton. Bienvenido a otra presentación del Dateline Teleradyo Morning Edition. El número 1 programa na número 1 estación de televisión mga vecinos. Of course, con el programa, puede se desencontrar na GBPI TV 11 bien pronto lang katese. Abrilan con el de ustedes mga TV pone na Channel 11. Diyan sina lang de simple mga vecinos para puede ustedes mira con el programa. No hay gastos y no hay cosa que hace kabit-kabit pa. At the same time, con el programa puede ustedes uwi na 95.5 MHz. Ese kami el DXCL Magic FM. Tali kami hook up. Live kami na Sky Cable Channel 34, Mindanao Cable Channel 6. In our Facebook, bien pronto lang ikontra ka naman, bantay lang sa GBPI TV 11 Official or Dateline Teleradyo. Na YouTube, bien klaro, isuay na mga bisinos, bantay lang GBPI TV 11. Kuntay-kunta lang kita mga bisinos, numero del mga kienta que na-afectado todo el día, ang mga natabla kami kito negosyante kita. Como siyempre, I'll not be alone for the entire 4-hour presentation mga bisinos hasta luego kita alas 10 del día. Later on, we will be joined by the distinguished gentleman from Pasunanca, Attorney Gian Paulo Enriquez. Pero at the moment, takya mga bisinos, of course, the distinguished gentleman from Tumaga, Al Alhabshi. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Lip. Good morning, mga bisinos. How do you do today, ladies and gentlemen? Siyempre, diamo rogamiento. Nunca que hay perder todo el día, que ojalá y moramente kita todo este día, mañana, next week, next month, next year, y hasta cuando ya. Ustedes simple servidor, Al Alhabshi, inviting you all para manghunto ka namon mga bisinos por medio del de ustedes mga opinion, reaksyon, suwestyon, incluido yan mga reklamo na mga asunto que ay diskuti kami. Mga asunto que ta afekta na di atong vida, komunidad, syudad, riyon, y entero nasyon. Por eso mga bisinos, tara na. Usap tayo. Mangkwento kita mga bisinos. Aquí na de ustedes. Paborito programa, el Dateline Teleradyo.
Y antes kita de principio, Al, na mga grande-grande asunto que después kita diskuti este día. A ver, principio también kita kunta, como se habla, no negosyante kita, no?
Sige.
El de Contador Reciente, mga bisinos, Task Force COVID-19 Advisory. 14 nuevo mga aumento caso Elia reporta del July 15. Iamos detalye con el total número del mga confirmado caso de COVID-19 aquí na ciudad de Zamboanga na 356. En este total, 157 ki el activo caso ahora y 189 a el ya queda bueno. Yes, siempre el mortality o quien ya muri. Dentro de este nuevo 14 casos, 13 aquí desde el community al. Take note, 13 aquí Tasalena, barangay. Y según uno, locally stranded individual o LSI. Con el total de 157 mga aktibo kaso, 81 kita Tasalena komunidad. 81 desde el barangay, 48 desde el mga LSI, 6 mga returning overseas Filipino y 22 desde el City Reformatory Center o el City Jail. Si CC 343 es un 61 años de edad, mujer desde el Tetuan. Sintomática por eso admitido ahora na Zamboanga City Medical Center. Si CC 344 es un 34 años de edad, hombre desde el Talon-Talon. Asymptomatic Italiana Iuntes Isolation Facility. Si CC 345 es un 43 años de edad, hombre desde el Santa Catalina, asymptomatic Itali también na Iuntes Isolation Facility. Si CC346 es un 53 años de edad mujer desde el Lower Calarian. Close contact de CC303 y L asymptomatic. Si CC347 es un 28 años de edad mujer desde el Lower Calarian y close contact de CC303 pero asymptomatic Si CC348 es un 26 años de edad mujer desde el Lower Calarian, close contact también de 303 pero L asymptomatic. Si CC349 es un 46 años de edad hombre desde el Lower Calarian y close contact de 303 pero L asymptomatic. Mucho que si 303 kung kanya liba, no? Si CC350 es un 50 años de edad mujer desde el Lower Calarian. Close contact de 303 y asymptomatic también. Si CC351 es un 25 años de edad mujer desde el Canelar. Asymptomatic nuevo y entra en la lista el Canelar. Si CC352 es un 24 años de edad hombre LSI desde el Jolo, pero asymptomatic. Si CC353 es un 56 años de edad hombre desde el Santa Catalina. Close contact de 301 y asymptomatic. Si CC354 es un 53 años de edad hombre desde el San Roque, tiene mild symptoms. Si CC355 es un 21 años de edad mujer desde el Kasanyangan y con ya admití para na Zamboanga City Medical Center. Y si CC356 es un 40 años de edad hombre desde el Putik, pero asymptomatic Onde barangay Tasale, nuevo ahora entra na lista el Canelar y el Putik.
And there you go, mga vecinos. El cosa kita pirmi tabla, que debe, tiene kita miedo todo con el datong sitwasyon aquí. Never mind kung aquellos mga LSI because they were found positive durante el mga días que quarantine sila.
Adentro sila, isolated yan.
Para kumigo, there's nothing to worry mga vecinos because from airport, from Pantalan, or from na IBT, diretsos para na isolation facility.
Yes.
That's standard policy mga vecinos del syudad. No? As a matter of fact, siguro kang gobyerno lokal, kay esos, indeed, hindi ka pwede sali-sali durante ang quarantine nila. Por eso gani, earlier, di ba, barangay lang kel?
Si, 21 days.
Pero apparently, ang mga tabel mga analyst, porque siguro yung agrabase, na kay yakadarimis el cuantos mga barangay opisales di la trabajo. Earlier, no hay bisya kung aquellos mga LSI kung quien debe, por quien debe, no? Está na casa. Kaya na casa lamang kay primero.
Sí.
Está na casa for 14 days before they can go out. And so, yakita con ese el gobierno lokal el responsibilidad. Como habla el Daton City Tourism Officer, the ever-accommodating Mrs. Sarita Sebastian Hernandez, el gobierno ay araw tamang ensure kay diretsos todo na
isolation facilities
or quarantine facilities di aton. There is nothing to worry about them because kung tablagan niyo, they were found positive kali sila adentro na
Rekuhido sila paaman.
Din makamiendo mga bisinos kung tablagan niyo, kay debe kita kung kuidaw. No makita abla kay ahin, mampabalyente kay may lang si virus, may lang si na taliao ng mga barangay, take note, kwanto barangay lit?
Na, 81. 81 yung mga individual. Si habla to barangay, talya ng mga 26, 27 barangay.
Tali mga bisinos, el makamiedo. Why? Because prior kunil di ila testing being positive, kung kenso siya manghunto.
Ay tene pa kemang contact trace.
Kenya manghunto kanila kung ken tamen niya manghunto.
Ay buska pa kita.
Kung Kenya manghunto kanila, ken manghunto kunakel, kung Kenya manghunto. Na everyone mga bisinos, we must consider them to be carrier of the virus when we go out. Kaya kung tablagan niyo, sabi kita, ken ba yung manghunto? So, cosa el armas solamente. Talya tamen. No? Hindi kami kansa para abla ki abla, tabla mga eksperto, solamente el armas aquí contra COVID para asigura hindi kita mantapon. Simple lang, mas. Di mga tamen si difícil. Difícil ba si parase? And then, pirmi gayot estalejos na mga gente. At least 1.5 meters. Or, si pwede, 2 metro. Again, pakiatamin nyo. Si Chene, gente tatraga con vosotros. Do not be shy to tell them. Ma'am, sir, excuse me. Pabor arun sa tu. Api kira tu kumigo. Kasi medyo mabungol-bungol.
Si?
Habla dayon. Sir, ma'am, Chene yung COVID. Hindi ataran tagha mga atras no sabio. Ansina lang.
Or,
Simple mga bisinos.
or tabel gobyerno lokal, limit your movement. Sino ay man kosa ke asa na apera,
still.
depende mo man na, dabi yung butaw budi man, porque man anda pa man pagwapo-gwapo, yun na pueblo man tambay-tambay, o na mga crowded area.
Sa buta.
Oh.
Buta.
Butaw budi kayo, diyan naman
Kasi
diyan
may
sila,
carry
anda lang na pueblo, buka swerte, buka buen exito. Kaya nung ikat na, binalaw kayo, no? Na, kami na, anda puero, di ba, anda na crowded area, anda na mga barkada, anong masya na yes, diyan sina.
Hoping baka mang encuentro Chene konose.
Si, pwede man racket. Dahil ayer, yung entrevista kita kung mayor, pero tiyan ang mga pregunta diato niya, ablales subject to the approval of the Task Force COVID at kinasambuanga, no?
Sige, tira.
Okay? So, takya mga bisinos, mientras Yabiraya, el Ciudad de Zamboanga para la General Community Quarantine o GCQ, empezando ayer July 16, el siguiente ay queda efectivo pendiente el issuance del un nuevo executive order que está asesale con el mga guidelines para el segundo GCQ. O takianay es el mga frequently asked question. Solamente aquel mga authorized holder del quarantine pass el permití sale para comprar mga essential goods. Essential means aquel bien necesita.
Sige.
Como QPA holder, puede sale lang lunes, miércoles y viernes. El holder del quarantine pass B puede sale martes, jueves y sábado.
Let me cut you on that lip, no? Again, mga bisinos, quiere decir, mira también kita na usada del quarantine pass.
Sí.
Now, aquellos mga duro kabesa tamin, habla kay IMGCQ ya kita, nayambu tayo ko ng mga quarantine pass.
Na problema ni Laura.
Habla sila alcalde, the government will no longer issue quarantine passes. No longer. Si hacemos vosotros perder con ese quarantine pass de ustedes, sorry lang. Hindi ka vosotros pwede salir.
Not unless si Chene sila company ID kita abla permitido sila trabaha. Okay? Or aquel certification of employment.
Idol ko hindi atong uban.
Si.
Si en tal caso ya perde el disuyo quarantine pass.
Sí.
Dale lang mira el ID del pagkabugaw. Automatic.
Sí.
Kabar dale le mira el ID that he is indeed a distinguished gentleman from Pasunangka.
Of course.
Automatic.
Amo sa tabla. Identification card of distinction.
And above all, presenta lang li ID
Sí.
that he is one of the distinguished anchors del Dateline Teleradyo. Attorney Gian Paolo Enriquez, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Al. Good morning, Liv. Good morning, Ciudad de Zamboanga. ¿Qué tal ustedes? Today is Friday and we thank God it's Friday, mga bisinos. TGIF.
And when it's Friday,
Honestly, no yung quarantine pass because frontliner kami kita.
hindi, sisigi-sigi lang gana, hindi na kanin si ID. Dala lang mira el distinguished face.
Ay, hindi kami kita.
El distinguished face alone is an ID.
Timora, habla contigo na check. Ito, tamina di mi cara, sir. Ano konosi contigo? Abali, push up.
Anyway, continue kita. Yakawag ito greetings.
Okay, go ahead.
Sunday lockdown will be in place. Take note, Bira kita otra vez na lockdown every Sunday. No QPs will be honored on Sundays. KA, OBS, presenta usted na checkpoint. Manda ko na tayo volve. Entonces, aquel mga establecimiento abierto domingo, cerra también. Cerra también sila.
Kasi iyo tayo el dueño, porque man yung hambre, no hay manera.
Fuera lang el farmasya. Kaya tapos wala sa GCQ abierto ang mga farmasya, no?
Pero si pwede bang compra con el mga medisina Sabado, asya lang Sabado.
Diba?
Do not wait for Sunday. Unless, of course, emergency.
Okay. Another important and frequently asked question. Motorcycle back riding among couples living in one household will continue. Pwede siyempre.
Pwede ha?
Pwede.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and
And then
Mrs.
Mr. and Kabit.
Pwede. Sinauna household ng Takeda.
If
Mr. and
they are
Mistress.
on a live-in relationship,
Na live-in
meaning they live in one house.
Na hindi kabit talaman, live-in kill.
Hindi, amo Kel, dos man sa klase mo yun. Mr. and Mrs. and Mr. and Mistress.
Hindi pwede.
Mistress.
Live-in. When we say
Lego,
Mr. and Mrs.,
Lego dos bilog yung push-up yan.
meaning Mr. and Mrs. Kasaw.
Okay.
Living in one roof. Cover and live-in Mr. and Mrs. man tamen. Amo lang without the benefit of marriage. Okay. Naotro tamen kay Mr. and Mistress. Si
Otro tamen.
Mistress, hindi takeda hunto kun Mr.
Chinita Takeda.
Mistress,
Chinita asigad garahe. Chinita asigad garahe.
na taas ang garahe, otro siyempre definition. Si Mr. tabol nila siyempre kung Mrs.
Aho, si.
Therefore,
And therefore, they do not fall under the definition of one roof.
therefore, kuy.
Kuy.
Okay.
Therefore,
Alright.
kuy, mahal na po ko naman push-up. Si Mrs. and then pulis.
Otro tamen frequently asked question which was already answered. Religious gatherings will be limited to 10% of seating capacity or up to 10 persons whichever is higher. 50%. Yeah, Raquel de Primero, MGCQ, bira kita ulit na 10%. El curfew hours.
O dato lang, para hindi sila almarya.
Sige.
We're talking of Monday to Saturday only. Kasi 10%.
Si.
Okay.
Kay Sunday mo man, lahat.
Yes,
Gusto, wala siya to klaro.
Yeah, mention na to, mga misa.
Si.
So, usually el misa Sunday. So, Sunday is not included because we are on lockdown.
Tiyan na naka-Iglesia Katolika, daw tudol diya ka tiyan ni sa turn?
Every day.
Every day,
So,
no?
we're referring to Monday to Saturday. Excluded el Sunday ali because
Si.
lockdown.
Si.
Next, tira.
Okay. Curfew hours. Este, aumenta un hora. From 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. ahora, el curfew hours will be from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah.
So, quiere decir, todo araw que no fuera de noche, necesita que da Cinderella.
Ang sina, no?
Cinderella, alas 12. Si
11.
Casper the Friendly Ghost, alas 10. Necesita de esa Después Cinderella, alas 12. Por eso te acuerdas antes, dime, ¿qué cosa tú quieres? ¿Casper o Cinderella? Cinderella lang.
Un poco extended pa.
Ara 11. Kaya siya, si tali mo sa otros tang coffee or tang kwento-kwento, mga 10:30, habla tayo, making cosa de importante. Habla tayo dito uban na estamos solo kia. Kayo volví
Ang sina, no?
Kasi ka 11.
Medyo drastic, mga tanong tulad dito, Marcalo.
At siya, mo kaya pa volví.
Así que está claro, alas 12, mga vecinos, el curfew.
Hindi,
11 until
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Okay.
Sorry, I stand corrected. So, 11 until 5 a.m. Claro, mga vecinos,
Si tahun-tuhun pa nosotros ng kwento-kwento, pero amigo de ustedes, Urkenda, habla, kere pagat manghunto yun, mga kwento-kwento.
One for the road pa.
Pagat one for the road yung kwento, estamos solo aquí.
Lama lang kung misis, habla, ya, alcanza conmigo curfew na overtime, mo.
Sila. Mga taas si Milagro.
El mismo.
Akal mga taas si Milagro, usa si Aura, rason. La misis. I-alcanza curfew.
Alcanza overtime. Nakosa mo pa, no?
Ano to quiere? Hindi na ka volver por un día kay mampreso yo? O la mañana la
Hindi, kasi yan po na kating kontrarason.
Kontrarason.
Kasi
Ay, de razón siya. Este si attorney, Ben Juan Gayot.
abo ka yan eh.
Hindi, bad influence.
Hindi na, no?
Tayo sinya ka teledale, rason ko na kayo sa mga chine, pendiadas ng bida o kada mister.
Gusto, no? Ano ito kere? Hasta 5 o'clock lang yun, pwede tumira kumigor. Kasi atron, un día.
Un día.
Dentro ng kalaboso.
Porque era tumang kalaboso mampiyansa.
And violate the curfew. Aquel galeta ya let together in one roof.
Walang kasi toma-toma tu mga alas 5 ya. Volvele tomao, en rabia con di su mujer. A la mañana toma también. Rabia tengo di su mujer. Kabar volvele, jura lang le. Jura ka de. Sabi ba tu misis? Sabi ba tu darling? Si hindi lang natin yung amor por casa contigo. Hindi nga siya toma. Okay man. Kaya ba tu? Porsa lang kumingo din yung boss toma. Kabalang alas 5 na. Ito ba tamen kaya tu? Perdió trabaho o sige lang? Hindi. Boss toma.
Yan, kontra mo.
Kasi lang nga kung na toma, parang hindi nga ito pwede trabaho.
Si Chene kayo, mga mister, ASEAN Sina, lama kun misis starting Lego. Habla, lab, ya-alcanza conmigo curfew. Pakilayas te, naman niya na lang. Napul pa kasi di attorney. Ay, iligit siya dali, ideya.
The public is advised anew to strictly comply quarantine guidelines and help curb the transmission of COVID-19. Akorda ha, el policía y el mga barangay under orders estos para aresta y planta kaso o multa con algún mga violador base na existing o base na mga leyes y regulaciones que existing.
This is the right time. Or mga vecinos, debe kayo, no?
Sí.
Sa kada linyan el gobierno de aquel día con el mga gente. This time, I think, an eye for an eye, mga vecinos, debe el costumbre del gobierno ahora. Hindi na pwede tolera eso mga pasaway.
Sí. Na ahora, another public advisory. For your information, el City Hall ay continúa esta cerrado este día viernes,
Pero siempre,
July 17. Para darle camino con el más pa del mga disinfection, lo mismo también contact tracing. Mediante el mga report del segundo COVID-19 case na city government. El operasyon que tiene skeleton workforce arrangement esperanza o resumin na Lunes, July 20. Masina Lunes gali, skeleton siyempre El Financial Backroom Services que incluye el City Budget Office, City Treasurer's Office, City Accounting Office y City Administrator's Office ay continua viernes por la tarde. Luego tarde, tiene. Allí na, siguro allí na Centro Latino. Centro Latino na Paseo del Mar ay sirvi como PNP apprehensions related to COVID ordinance and payment, release of confiscated driver's licenses. El GCQ inspection team ay bira na pueblo para asigura que takumpli gayot el mga gente con el protocol del IATF. El mga opisina del gobierno local afuera del City Hall ay continua sirvi con ustedes. Onde ba si mga afuera ni City Hall? Ayala, sabi, Chene. Government Complex. Aquí na East Coast, Chene ba?
Na East Coast, hindi. Itul masabi na East Coast.
Doon hindi pa familiar na. Doon may mga na East Coast.
Sabi yun na East Coast ka. Baka kinakayala Chene. Hindi lang kita siguro hindi makita abla. Pero hindi ka sure, si Chene ba?
So si Chene man, ustedes algún mga inquiry, algún mga pregunta, anda na website del Facebook account del City Government of Zamboanga kay tali el mga hotline number provided. Allò ustedes
Que
pueden
discute
mag-text o
naman
llamar.
si Chene rin cosa un poco aumenta.
Sige.
Ese daw serada de City Hall, hindi daw se deberasan.
Uy, ken si tabla?
Kay, yaselan daw se sera-sera, kay nukere daw manda investiga.
Kusegat sa mga...
Kusaya.
Si Ken man sensor, si Ken man si Tablan Sina.
Ay, yan na lang daw si sera-sera lang daw si kay nukere daw kaya si manda investiga.
Sabi contigo ba? Di ba? Maskin ko sa realidad ta sucede. Ay inventa kayo siyempre palabra or statements para desposa lang kung el gobyerno lokal imang further si cosa man interest sila siya.
Kaya ito, hindi daw si deberasan because tiyan daw cosa tayo eskonde. Kaya no po na daw nga ni abla si cosa si departamento or division na City Hall. So therefore, the conclusion is yase lang kay nukere manda investiga.
Yo, despensa lang yung palabra. Si tiyan naman kenta pensa ansina or kenta abla, siguro na yo, chinilastima kanila.
Porque man,
Na kaparese doon na yung utok. Ayo, harsh na ang kwento. Pero realidad how could you say ansina klase mga palabra? Kung lang tamin say, is the increase of COVID-19 cases in Zamboanga imaginary or real?
daw
Que stupido de question
daw igual gani ansina el ara conclusion. Ese City Hall, yaseran daw si sera-sera, kay kaibita daw si para na daw andali, investiga.
Ito si pregunta.
Kusa investiga ken?
Kim mo man narata investiga?
Amoy ako sa investiga relative to COVID or to...
Na, igual siyempre, aros, medical equipment,
Akan mga aligasyon de anomalya, ang sigun, ang sila ka.
Ay, nako, kusaya. Porque man gayot,
Anyway, baseless man si mga statement
Baseless.
at sina. There's nothing to talk about. Mga bisino si yun. Ni para mang entertain nyo kunin sa mga istoryan sina.
I just brought that out because yakin na din mi uwi do. Kaya berto, tabi na, kung sa galing security sir, el sitio, tawagan lang aliki de locuras. Sera daw se para kay tiene daw cosa ta esconde. Kaya no puede daw ganun pinpoint si cosa departamento se ya queda positivo ali.
Como tablagan niyo, masking cosa, en realidad, ahora ta sucede na syudad. In contra, busca, kibuscagat si siyempre mga palabra, el mga detractors ba or el mga trolls or mga gente del amo di ila
doken ko yata
para
sila.
destrosa mga vecinos con el gobierno local. No amount of reasons will ever be heard by them.
Keberto,
Nunca.
first time lang yung uwi ara di sina bin baho klase kayo de kusa si attorney.
Igual lang kami.
Mindset.
Ikaw lang tamang
Bin baho klase kayo. You know, in my experience sa media, aura lang kayo po de experience siya. Kibin mucho kat gali gonggong.
No.
Alrededor.
Mira tú, Pakilala debajo el pensamiento de aquellos mga kenta pregunta. Is the increase of COVID cases in Zamboanga imaginary or real?
Na.
Oh, even to say, how could you ask that kind of question? Por eso tablagan yun na. You really want to know whether they're real or not. Nala bisita
Na CCMC.
na mga COVID positive. Pregunta niya, Ma'am, sir, de veras, no mga tumamas. Numa ustedes aquello que te pregunta.
Kay para kanila to see is to believe man.
Por eso, andaya, numamas, pregunta kayo. Otra vez, Ma'am, de veras, ito COVID?
El umaling mga bisinas, no? Let's not be deceived, no? Cosa sila tabla. Kasi that's not true. That's baseless. In fact, mga bisinos, no? Ayer mi raw sedes, alagan ng Hall of Justice and disinfectament. In fact, sabi yung aral, Opisina del Bureau of Internal Revenue, siraw tamen.
Sí, sabi
El
kita.
Department of Agriculture, el old building nila, siraw. Our City Hall is siraw. El Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, siraw.
Na. Nasuman apply kita el mindset de sa mga gonggong tabla ke no kere. Kere di sundo kere taman man na investiga kanila LBIR, el PDEA, el Agriculture.
That's really unfair, no? And people are taking this seriously.
no?
Si Mira ustedes, no, ese mga opisina que menciona kami, ya se gane todo el manera y precaución será because they want to protect the public and their employees as well.
Of course.
Mga bisinos, we don't mean to defend City Hall or any other offices aquí na programa.
Why?
El diamond lang to set the record straight, mga bisinos. So that, los otros, sabi ko sa el deberasan. Hindi aquel cosa vos otros taui, el intention para envenenar de ustedes, mga kabeza. We intend to set the record straight. Yaserase, to disinfect mga bisinos the whole place kay por causa tiene positibo na City Hall. In the same way, el BIR. In the same way, el DA.
In the same way, el Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency Regional Office.
Yun.
Nara. Pwede sila man apply sa kosa sila tabla ke si porque sehra el City Hall kay no kere investiga abla tamen si sila na PDEA na Agriculture.
Again,
is it just coincidental?
Again, mga bisinos, to set the record straight, yaserase, it has nothing to do with allegations of anomaly or corruption that has yet to be proven actually. Todo lang. Right now, todo lang sa akusasyon. Todo lang alegasyon. Intended to poison the mind of the people. Have they ever presented single evidence? Not, mga bisinos. That's why I do not mean to entertain pa further ese mga bisinos istorya.
Por eso,
that is nonsense.
Por eso, para no hay mas confusion, aquí o sa deskanamon mira, iuwi todo el día. Igual con ese uno del mga texter, hablale, necesita anay sabi el mga development through your program before we will start our day.
Actually, mira to, pidiyo permiso ipilip, no?
Si.
This early, bimanata mira ka nato na, si Neil Gakuma, si Doc Richard and Eleanor Mariano,
Good morning.
RF Mariano Catering, si Abby, si Pamela de la Cruz, Brian Abejero, si Rainer Salanggit, si Doktora Fatima Concepcion, si Gina Ordonez, Wengski Marciano, si Ma'am Maribel, si Lala Kulot, imucho pa. And every morning, akita mira ka naton, which binalegre ka ni kita, kay aki ka naman mga bisinos, hindi kami taapura, dale con el mga news. Sino tadale kami, con ustedes, el tupaw i-correct, accurate informasyon.
Por
Por
eso,
eso, okay, mga bisinos, no, para sabi kita, ¿qué tal ba el andanza ayer, el first day of GCQ, mga bisinos, no?
ayer man, no? Ayer, also ayer.
Si
no?
yesterday.
Dapa kay tiyan ng mga polisiya, ya bira kita otra vez, mga bisinos, we enjoy usually na MGCQ, but no longer present bajo na GCQ. Alright, pregunta kita, manghunto daw kita kung Captain Edwin Duco ara un ratito.
Si.
Matt, para mangketal, el runciado del dato mga pulis insofar as compliance of the policies under GCQ.
Man-review lang kita un rato while waiting, no? Primero, el diaton curfew will be at
11
in the evening until 5 in the morning the following day. Second, frequently asked question, allowed ba el angkas? Yes, pwede man angkas. Tercero,
El angkas married or unmarried couple, ha?
or
Living in one household.
So, akel lang, pwede man angkas.
Si.
And then, frequently asked question,
Use of
quarantine
quarantine
pass.
pass.
So, igual syempre, bira kita. Letter A, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Letter B, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So,
Meaning?
Meaning, este día,
Meaning, quiere decir mga bisinos, hindi na pwede manghunto el A pati B.
sí,
Okay.
sí,
Ya
correct.
mira kita otra vez. Si A, el dito yung quarantine, sila lang pwede sali afuera. Na día que taman na kanila sali.
Sí.
El A, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Correct?
Sí.
Alright. Si holder 2 del Q Pass B, quiere decir,
Tuesday,
el día lang tu pwede sali, Tuesday,
Thursday,
Thursday,
Saturday. Another frequently asked question, open ba Sunday?
Serao.
Seraw kita mga bisinos. Después, el Catholic Church, no, although we'll try to have siguro Father Marsh, si Bisile, perhaps pindi lang ito information. But I know, Monday to Friday and then Liga Sunday, that's 10% only because under GCQ. So, pero sabi kita, causal official statement del Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Zamboanga.
Okay. So, pero yaman nagchaman tayo sila akal virtual, no? Akal todo
Sí.
Domingo. Maski na biray gana el misa, pero tamiray siya na siyempre sila nakuhan.
Every dos Saturday pwede man serve na St. Joseph otra vez, and I was very happy. Pero sige siyempre el Diamond virtual. I mean el video. So este schedule del MCIC mga bisinos, no? Metropolitan Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. So este el schedule aquí na Cathedral. 6:15 a.m. si weekdays, and then 12:15 p.m. and then 7 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Después on Saturdays, no, may kanila schedule daw Sunday schedule di ila el na Saturdays, but there will be no masses on Sunday. Kabar este gana, no, only 10 to 30% of the seating capacity are allowed. Wearing of face mask, compulsory. Social distancing. Después, the faithful are encouraged to bring their own alcohol, sanitizer, and then Holy Communion will be received by hand. So, amo se el so far as the Metropolitan Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception.
Alright. Again, kung mga establishmento, kay polisiya man always ask for the quarantine of your customers. Quarantine passes. Kaya tiyan siyempre ta-report receive kita report, no? Tiyan mga opisina, including government offices, mga private establishments, hindi natapidi. Tama na lang entra kung mga kliyente. No? Again, without quarantine pass, do not allow them entry. Ang sinabi siyempre, no quarantine pass, no mask, no entry.
Frequently asked question, pwede ba daw el Mr. and Mrs. malangkas na motor? Yes,
Pwede.
provided el uno, quarantine pass holder, or the other is a frontliner or those employee already allowed to work at this time. And pwede ba el Mr., el principal, and then alternate si Mrs. pwede malangkas? The answer is no because debe separtao el di ila authority para munta. One could be by virtue of a quarantine pass and the other by virtue of being employed at this time. Sige, taklaros eh. Kaya manadagan sa pregunta.
Alright, so otra vez, el mga dueño del mga establishmento, again, baka man problema vosotros, si legal police, para pregunta, ¿por qué man hindi ustedes está pidi quarantine pass con mga customer? So better, be strict, no? Be strict. Ask for the quarantine pass of your customer.
That will be for their own good.
Yes.
Diba? For their own sake, para asiguraw que kontrolaw el kenta entra ni adentro.
Pero yung sabi ba, tucha na lang yung analyze ba, no? Pwede yung po man analyze. Si tan MGCQ, tan surge, ta subi. Pero si taliga kita na GCQ, ta menora. So baka, mira to from GCQ kita, yung poko menora. Ara yan MGCQ kita, Yasubi. So kabar MGCQ, baka bira kita otra vez na GCQ, como ara, menora tamen se. Después kabar bira tamen kita na MGCQ, subi tamen. So amo yan sa trend mga bisinos. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but amo yan sa tamirar al trend. GCQ, menora. MGCQ, taumenta. Bira kita na GCQ, menora. Bira na MGCQ, umenta. So amo sa trend ara mga bisinos.
If I am to analyze, attorney, with what you're saying, kaya disir mga bisinos, ta-contribute manada in
El salida.
in flattening the curve. El salida, or rather, movements del gente.
Sí, amo el grande factor.
That's the only meaning of it. Kay baho na estado de ECQ, MGCQ, kontrolaw el movement del mga gente.
Sí.
Sa MGCQ, del todo lang man tasali.
El diatong kiara. So amo es el trend. So tamira yo, unless there is a vaccine, amo masolve el diatong problema. Pero but for now, amo yung tamira ha, el trend. Si Araman GCQ kita otra vez, believe me, menorase. Or man stop un poco. Pero bira tamin kita MGCQ, subi tamin.
Buyag.
Ohala. So on the ara, ko sa ara el abla kita. Can the government do this alone? No. El kengat ara pwede ayuda mas grande ta esta na individual responsibilidad del mga vivientes.
Gane, para hindi naman almarya, no? Yasya sila nila on definition. Ikaw sa tabla, ECQ na ay virus. MECQ na apa ang virus. Depende bira ole, GCQ. Yes, naapagyot ang virus. MGCQ, naapalagi ang virus. Así na lang sila ase para intende el mga
Preso gani,
simple gente.
chene mga vivientes no maski nakina syudad de Zamboanga, especially akil mga senior citizens de aton.
No.
Maski yan GCQ kita man yan MGCQ, tabla ka sila, my house or our home still remains under ECQ. So, debe do, ansina kita debe este mga tiyempo, el mindset mga bisinos.
Mediante el increasing number of COVID positive na syudad de Zamboanga, kumutabla gani amel di mi apelo con todo, to forgo ese mga celebration de birthday. No? Stop inviting. Debe tiene miedo. Maskin kung quien vosotros ta invita, habla kumpiyansa kay, ay, bueno, la familia de ese, no, you can never assure that indeed they are not carrying virus. So, osal pinaka-safe. Do not invite, even mga bisinos, relatives, much more for friends, ali na casa de vosotros. No ana invita. Make your home exclusively for your family. Can say, Mr., Mrs., children.
Or an extended family. Kenta kedaya kung sedes antes pa. Esa lang.
Do not even first cousin, not even basta de afuera, te resita queda outside of your house. Nano maana imbita because kung tablaga niyo, you are not, no one can say, you cannot say or tell or assured of kay they are not carrying virus.
Por eso, el día ato, no, como tablangan kita, taripiti kita al. So, amo es el trend, mga vecinos. Si man GCQ, ta menora. Ay limitaw el movimiento del gente. MGCQ, tan search, ta subi. Now, el cosa a resolution, todo gente, todo el vivientes de Zamboanga, ta pidi kita keda responsable gayot. Sisigi lang at kita ha, religiously, strictly, el todo el minimum health protocols, siguraw kita, mga vecinos, hindi kita impactaw na COVID-19.
Pero chinigat pasaway. Por eso gana el pulis, yung step up ya. Por eso el alcalde, yaw saya kamay na bakal aura. Yaw nila con el pulis, kuhi con esos todo mga pasaway. No hay más, hindi tang social distancing, kaba con esos kuhi.
In fact, chene nga report el city government diato, no? Kay amoy gane kel debe hindi gayot manada chene kita statistics sa kabakui el diaton local CCPO con el mga gente que tambiola con ese.
That's on order of the mayor. Kaya siguro tamira el alcalde, pwede man mapasensya con estos.
Habla también si Mayor.
Libertad, taabusaman.
Y habla también si Mayor. More than 3 months siya el kampanya de informasyon del syudad.
Por eso
Sobre basta yan. Hindi na pwede iusa ko mo excuse aura el mga violation. Habla kasi Mayor na interview ay Araki.
Pirmia lang para kumigo tamen. Siya mo lang tel solusyon.
Mira to
So be it. Masking cosa basta solusyon ele.
Mira ustedes Amekel, el diato na chenegata se strict monitoring na likomo na border diato, no? Per report submitted by Zamboanga City Police Office through City Police Director, a total of 459 health protocol violations were recorded by different police stations units from the city from 5 p.m. of July 15 to 5 p.m. of July 16. Topping the list of violation is non-wearing of mask with 291 apprehensions, followed by mass gatherings, no? Physical distancing violators, 91. No quarantine pass with 51 violators. And other violations, no, including backriding, disobedience, and curfew, among others. So, strictamente mga bisino, siya dale orden el diaton alcalde to see to it that people afuera will be strictly wearing masks and shall observe strict physical distancing.
Chene yung mira on post, no? No sabi si Tampahiro lang bali o ko sa nama. Abla pala, debe daw hindi kuhi-kuhi. Kaya sa tiyempo daw na edukad nadal mga ente. Imbes daw ayuda, kuhi-kuhi pa. Debe daw eduka. Nakiberto mo sa 3 meses siya sina eskwela pa. Suma de 3 meses siya kung di ko ta eduka na un subject. Hindi pa tuta pa de aprende.
Maski un año, 2 años contigo educa, si no hay tu intención para aprender, nunca que tú aprende. Believe me. Sa cosa, ese pagkapasaway, deha lang tamen.
Ako tabla le, debe daw eduka daw, hindi daw kuhi, kay ara pa daw kanway nadal mga hente, kuhi-kuhi. Nasinda tamen asa ang sinal gobyerno, nalo sabi si el mga hente ba, ay kre. Kami na puwera, jalo sa almaso, total na, naman kita kuhi. Na pero si puwerta el kuhi da, ay walang sa tabla to alak el helmet. De antes.
Pero debe gayat kita mismo, nung may kita espera, kaya siya daw kuhi daw, kaya kita si Kwan ba daw, bata jutay kita, si Nuay Police, violate, pero si Chere Police, hindi man violate, na kung yan magkita ta si loko, ta si kita loko, datong kwerpo. Por eso, tabla kita, debe, strictamente, responsibilidad, tali ka natun. Kita debe, chene disiplina. Again, tablayo, si GCQ, menoraw. Si tan MGCQ, ta subi. Si biray tamang kita GCQ, subi. Na, mga bisinos, responsibilidad ara, como tablayo ki, talian na ustedes mga mano. So, kita mismo debe strictamente observe todo el minimum lang health protocol. amo yung sa PDL diatong programa na diaton mga bibientes.
Na, pero, attorney, si Chineta yung mga pasaway, no kere sige ko sa tutabla.
Na.
That's where the government comes in. Hindi pwede deha lang kanila. Hindi pwede continua hasta cuando tolera lang ese di la costumbre que no quiere seguir con el policía na aliata entra, que debe para entra el gente del gobierno que ahora ta sucedía. Mga bisinos, takabaya kuhi con el mga pasaway, tali na kamino. Kay montonya de pulis, mga bisinos, tali na kamino, sita observatu, no? This is, again, on orders of our mayor, mga bisinos.
Attorney, este tiempo de pandemic, siya ba kita lay? Kita ase apas ko na kayo sa ase kalayat mga mali informasyon?
Chinita na ba niya na tuhilas one, el mga
Yes.
pesos. Sí,
Sí,
pwede
oh.
to queda liable ali na SLA.
Okay. Na, por eso siya pregunta yo, kaya asi kung may akorda kay mismo si Congressman Jao Jimenez, habla pale, si Che naman bastante tiempo para ase apas ko na kayo sa ase kalayat mali informasyon, ahora ya. Ese tiempo ya. Mira tú, el gobierno ta advoca for the safety of all. Here comes mga los demás, kosa-kosa mga lasang ta asesale para bang kontra lang ko na kayo informasyon o advokasya del gobierno lokal o del gobierno nacional per se. So, siguro, este tiempo pwede, el mga autoridad, to include mga mainstream media. Kita sa mga disinformation and misinformation.
Oh, why not?
Ha?
Why not? Asilagas?
Debe.
Why not? If only to prevent them from furthering mga bisinos lies.
Igual, por ejemplo, sabi kita muy bien porque cerra el City Hall.
Sí.
Kaya por causa it was found out que tiene un departamento o section allí, tiene positivo. So por the safety of all, cerra, man disinfect. Na here comes esta persona o cosa ba, media outfit ba, tabla, que ya cerra, kay no quiere investiga. Nandi pwede ba kita usak mo basis con el bayanihan, Juan, para
Pwede gani,
para
why not?
pichi con esos mga gente? Kay
Actualmente,
disinformation and misinformation sa sila taas eh.
Berasan, no? Instead of helping and contributing because este mga tiempo de pandemic mga bisinos,
Sí.
el mga bibientes ta depende ara na media mas mucho regardless que rico que pobre, they depend on the media for vital information. So si ase pa sa sina informasyon, what does it done?
No.
What does it do? Mas takedale kasi to crea confusion na gente instead of helping.
Naara.
Kasi umali na li.
Naara. Aquel también habla ba mga resulta, real or imagine. Namiro sa cosa mga efekto. El presidente Duterte supposed to be deliver zona di suyo July, di ba?
Sí.
Na no hay audience. No hay audience na batasan, usually lleno katese.
Sí.
Aquí también kanato na siyudad de Zamboanga, which we're going to discuss later. Tiene daw kwantos mga private schools aquí, mga denombre ang mga eskwela, por sa 20 ay serra. Ay serra.
Sí, amoy sera.
So todos because of the por causa del efecto de este COVID-19 que tabla los demás probably tabla sila real or imagine. Tanya ang mga efekto. So ahora pwede ito as a conclusion, is it really real or imagine? So na mga eskwela, tiene daw una eskwela bien popular aquí, private school, ay serraya, and others will follow. So sabi kita sa detalye luego na dito, makatristes makatristes sa notisya.
Man, si Captain Duco, man.
Kasi ano este pa sa informasyon, no?
Sí.
Importantes de. El mensaje tasale kun Bet Ladaga del NGCP. Scheduled power interruption affecting parts of Zamboanga City, 18 July. That's tomorrow, mga bisinos.
Sabado.
Time, 7:30 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. So basically, that's 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And 6 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. Affected, Samselco. Reason, customer requested short power interruption before and after the completion of its upgrading and maintenance activities. Specific areas that will be affected are determined by the electric cooperative. NGCP will exert all efforts to restore the power upon completion of Samselco's work. So, mañana sa mga bisinos.
Na, prepara ya, no?
Sí. Ojalá kay tapikurayo man reconcile na advisory dahil samsel ko daw conflicting daw samsel ko daw blackout. Pero ang kay mga bisinos, official statement coming from the spokesperson del National Grid Corporation of the Philippines.
Kasi NGCPs
NGCPs
15 minutes lang.
Yan text kumigo.
Sige. Okay, so alas 7:10 siya kita, gentlemen, no?
So in the meantime, Tamirayo, while waiting, establishing connection ko diaton mong kita ma-entrevista, malabita na itong dati.
Sige. So, no, sa nasalin yung mga bisinos, mucho pa kami cosa kayo magkwento, specialmente related ko na sa mga topic kita diskuti kami aura. Todo sa na birada del Dateline Teleradyo.
Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in! Dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl morning.
Ang coronavirus or COVID-19 ay un nuevo viral respiratory disease taman kalay at aura. Para prevenir con este, pinilabal di atong mga mano. Usa tissue o tapa usando del di atong mga mano sin estornuda o tose. Limpia y disinfect con el di atong arenador. Observa social distancing, prevenir anda ng mga publikong lugar, especialmente si manada gente. Si necesita salir afuera, pwedeng libahan sanitizer o alcohol. Uwi ang mga noticias estaba mo diatong gobyerno lokal y el Departamento de Salud. 14 días para mga sintomas ang abuya. Si tamang difícil o status resulta, kalentura o tos, may self-quarantine kita. Ilama na Zamboanga Task Force COVID-19 Hotline 955-9601 0966-175-4298.
Budget-wise Ayala, Sangali, and Santa Maria is now open and ready to serve you. Convenient to shop, affordable appliances, grocery items, housewares, school supplies, and more. Spacious parking area. The most convenient place to shop. Shop now and bring your family at Budget-wise Ayala and Budget-wise Sangali. We are serving you better. Soon to open, Budget-wise Talon-Talon. Budget-wise, pasok sa budget.
Sir, pa-share. Sige. Sir, pa-share.
Oh, no. Sige.
Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
I have a big barkada. I have a big family. Making them happy is easy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal. You get 3 boxes of donuts for $3.49. It's just like adding 50 pesos to the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
The magic of radio.
Here we go. This is the
epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Cracking the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Yes, Taka guys! Saan tayo? May bagong bar. Let's go! Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Titty Bar. New shape, new flavors.
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
New delightful experience.
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, te presentan con ustedes la radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de San Juan.
Pearl Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in, dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl Morning.
Ang coronavirus or COVID-19 ay un nuevo viral respiratory disease taman kalay at aura. Para prevenir con este, pinilabal di atong mga mano. Usa tissue o tapa usando del di atong mga mano si estornuda o tose. Limpia y disinfect con el di atong arenador. Observa social distancing, prevenir anda ng mga publikong lugar, especialmente si manada gente. Si necesita salir afuera, piniliba hand sanitizer o alcohol. Uwi ang mga noticias estaba mo di atong gobyerno lokal y ang Departamento de Salud. 14 días para mga sintomas ay abuya. Si tamang difícil o status resulta, kalentura o tos, ang self-quarantine kita. Ilama na Zamboanga Task Force COVID-19 Hotline 955-9601 0966-175-4298.
Budget-wise Ayala, Sangali, and Santa Maria is now open and ready to serve you. Convenient to shop, affordable appliances, grocery items, housewares, school supplies, and more. Spacious parking area. The most convenient place to shop. Shop now and bring your family at Budget-wise Ayala and Budget-wise Sangali. We are serving you better. Soon to open, Budget-wise Talon-Talon. Budget-wise, pasok sa budget.
Sir, pa-share.
Sige.
Sir, pa-share.
Oh, no. Sige.
Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
I have a big barkada. I have a big family. Making them happy is easy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal. You get 3 boxes of donuts for $3.49. It's just like adding 50 pesos to the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
the magic of radio.
Here we go. This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Crashing the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Yes, Paka Bryce!
Saan tayo? May bagong bar.
Let's go! Nasaan yung bar?
Ayan. Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape. New flavors.
So, you like this bar?
Cheers! New delightful experience.
Kailangan natin mga Pinoy ang mga magsasaka 3 beses sa isang araw. Kaya naman, suportado ko ang mga magsasakang Pinoy. Binibili at kinakain ko ang produkto nila, lalo na ang bigas. Bukod sa masarap, ligtas pang kainin. Dahil kapag bigas Pinoy, mataas ang kalidad nito. Masarap na, safe pang kainin. Sa ating mga bayaning magsasaka, suportado namin kayo. Sama-sama at tulong-tulong lang!
Pearl Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in, dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl Morning.
I have a big barkada! I have a big family. Making them happy is easy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal. You get 3 boxes of donuts for $3.49. It's just like adding 50 pesos to the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
the magic of radio.
This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Crashing the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Sir, pa-share.
Sige.
Sir, pa-share.
Oh, sige.
Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Yes, Paka Bryce!
Saan tayo? May bagong bar.
Let's go! Nasaan yung bar?
Ayan. Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape. New flavors.
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
New delightful experience.
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, la presentan con ustedes la radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de Zamboanga. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo, 3 horas cada día. Taman junto con ustedes, mga veterano y respetado anunciador y comentarista, que hay guía el discusión del día, la mga asunto que tiene a hacer con el ciudad y el mga vivientes aquí. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Aquí na GBPI TV11 y na 95.5 Magic FM. Noticias, entrevistas y mga reports junto con el de aton mga compañeros y compañeras afuera. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Queda informado, sabe el más reciente noticias, el mga suceso que ta ocurrí aquí na de aton ciudad y na mga cercano lugar. Todos te aquí na Dateline, Teleradyo.
Alas 7:24 del día mga bisinos, nakikita na segundo ora porsyon del programa Dateline, Teleradyo Morning Edition. Gentlemen.
Alright, we're trying to have Captain Edwin Duco, mga bisinos, para mangkital kita, no? Kumustahin po natin a year, the first day of the reversion from MGCQ to GCQ. No? The fact kay tiyan mga polisiya, yung mga set, mga bisinos, baho na MGCQ for us to follow. So, propio lang mga bisinos para mangkital kita. Ketal ba? No? Runsyada del dato mga pulis. Ta continua pa ba siyempre el pasaway del mga gente, mga bisinos. Akit ba, no hay tao sa mas, no hay social distancing.
Sí.
By the way, speaking of social distancing, I'm happy to announce or inform kay el opisina kung kenyo de alcaldía y alamal atensyon, and that is the Philippine Statistics Authority. Ya pasa kami every morning tapasa kami. Aba, areglaw ya.
Lehos-lehos siya.
Yun naman talaga ang nararapat. For the office to look into the social distancing of your clients. That's your responsibility. Why? Because yung mga tao na yan ay papasok sa inyong opisina. Hindi yung papasok sa ibang opisina, sa inyo. So therefore, siguraduhin nyo po yung mga tao na nandyan, papasok sa opisina ninyo, ay talagang mag-o-observe ng social distancing.
LPSA Emprentes del Baliwasan Central School.
Yes.
Diba? Na si de primero no hay social distancing, tali todo na parking area dala suka ng mga gente. Na ahora que habla tu arregla, siguro el lewos-lewos siya.
Sí.
Na baka el punto sa tayo na Baliwasan Grande.
Well, just the same. They have to erase it.
Alsina, ha?
Oo.
No matter siguro lang lehos-lehos siya.
No matter how long the queue is, debe ka tila opisina, chene man supervise. Masking ginda pa sinalabuan ng linya at mga pila.
Pero
Make sure akal man tamang pila ta observa social distancing.
Pero sige ta korda ha, from July 15 lang to July 16 ha. Hindi lang mga bisinos ha. 291 apprehension ha. 91 el violator del physical distancing, 91. So, ese kita quiere man remind ko na itong publiko. Y también, el non-wearing of face mask, dem manara también gayot apprehension.
También ito ay mengwa ese na mga dia que viene. Socialmente, si estricto at kuhida.
Again, why do we need mga bisinos? El pregunta, necesita ba kita poner attention? Yes. El razón. ¿Por qué? El pregunta, ¿por qué necesita kita dale importancia con este asunto? Mga bisinos, take note. Again, Piralip. ¿Cuánto ya el COVID positive na syudad de Zamboanga?
Manribiro tuloy para late viewers, late listeners, mga bisinos, tiene nuevo 14.
Sí, nuevo 14 mga COVID cases aquí na Ciudad de Zamboanga. Después, este talibay na total de 356. Todo ha. So, aquí na 356, 157 ki mga active cases. Y el Kenya queda bueno, 189 y 10 el muerto.
Okay.
Now, aquí na 14 nuevo caso, 13 ki desde el community, desde el barangay, uno ki LSI. Now, dentro de este 157 mga active cases, 81 ki tasale desde el comunidad, 48 mga LSI, 6 mga returning overseas worker, y 22 alina City Reformatory Center.
Alright, mga bisinos, nalinya junto ka natin el spokesman del Zamboanga City Police Office, Captain Edwin Duco. Good morning, Kapitan.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Ba, mataas na energy nyo, sir.
Pait.
Anong ibig sabihin yan, sir?
COVID-free. COVID-free si
Hindi.
Captain Duco.
Ang ibig sabihin yan, marami kayong nahuli. Mga violators.
Siguro.
Kumusta ho yung implementation ng mga protocols hinggil ho sa laban natin kontra COVID-19?
Ayer ya po hindi kita po mga 439 violators.
No.
400 plus.
Yes, sir.
Mostly
Ko sa violation.
Captain ko sa violation is de.
El mucho ala violation is the non-wearing of face mask wherein we scored more than 200. More than 50% of the apprehended violators.
I see. Now, ese Cap, for the information del público, si puede cuhi con el un gente que no usa face mask, ¿cuánto el fine de este?
El fine is for the first offense is 500 pesos.
500.
Yes.
Second offense, Cap?
Second offense is 2,000 pesos.
Wow.
2,000. Third.
And the third offense is 5,000 pesos.
Now, pregunta kay Cap, na todo vosotros siya kabakui, tiene bali mga second offense siya komete or third offense siya komete?
No, na report.
Todo first offense?
We are dealing with numbers on the category. We're not sure. Si Kenneth, pinasos pag-aayon na City Hall, man-reflect si Aya kahit second offense siya. So, ano sasabi?
Ano sasabi?
Captain Duco, I'm just curious to know, kusal di la razón, ¿por qué no hay sila mamas?
Eso están underestimate con the atom regulation. They are not so serious about it. They lang, may law kasi klase COVID.
In short, Police Captain, el de la razón is very flimsy o aquel de piloso po.
Cosa de razón?
Sí.
Na de piloso po lang.
Kanya ba lang daw eskonde? Ha? Nukira lang kato sa? Eskonde mga, hindi ba, Kapitan?
Sí.
Oh, kaya ba ta eskonde lang? Después si tanyal mga otoridad, corre, eskonde. May katrason. Nukira lang kato sa?
Nakever to say. Alright. After apprehending them, Kapitan, do you use to give free face mask? Kay el otro police na otro lugar, yung iridatal diya na takwa, no? Tamang apprehend el mga police di aton captain, but after that, when they are released, tadali kanila mga face mask.
Ese programa civil talaga kita PNP best practice, no? But as of now, we don't have such program. We are more on extending humanitarian food or giving atal mga commodities na alam na kanang for among the tourists, kini kami ang kinaklase programa.
Alright, cosa pa otro, Kapitan, el violations, other than non-wearing of mask?
Quarantine pass sa tini kita, el curfew tini Poco. I remember we had scored 14 for the non-angkas policy. Yes.
Alright.
So, chinita mingale violasyon del mga tan-angkas sa Police Captain.
40 hours chinita min siyempre.
Nakikailos namang angkas, Kapitan? Mr. Nkabit or Kosa?
Mr. Nkabit, simply. Ako yung mga hindi guys considered to
Mr. and Mistress.
Ano sila ay mga katoliko eh.
Now, okay, first day del implementation, strict implementation, a year under GCQ. Now, rakosa kita taman expect in the coming days. Ese ba, lista dali tumira, da esperanza ba kita sa subi o abaha, Captain Duco?
What do you mean, sir, el violators?
Si, the number of violators.
We expect people will learn, no? Kasi from the time niya subi-subi aton COVID cases, ang kita pwede kami yung pressure or el city government ka natin, o el remand ka natin na lista kay primarily accountable is the PNP. Kasi kami listed with authority to apprehend. Although, it would be better if the barangay officials could assist kanaton para i-rakel na minimize na lang, no? Kasi we cannot put our feet in the square foot of the city. Okay, we cannot cover. So, every time na sasabi el pandemic, COVID positive, well, tabi tayo, we tend to apprehend those who are violating the regulation. So, we have no other choice but to strictly enforce, kasi kami naman kita, no, sila mga solution para abahin COVID cases.
Okay.
Okay, the possibility, Captain Duco, sir, of establishing back checkpoints, quarantine checkpoints?
And mas gayud nyo kayo, if you remember, we dismantled our quarantine checkpoint during the GCQ last month. Yan effect in GCQ na makita checkpoints.
Yes.
Kap, sino ba mas plano pa kay mas intensifika pa LD ato na Zamboanga City Police Office con el mga violador del health protocols?
Yes, as early as Monday, yan remind kami con el ato mga station commanders to initiate or to lead the operation personally supervised. At LD atong reporting tapos din ala na sumitik kami na City Hall per apprehensions per station. So si Chini Aliman Zero, markado yun so po di ba ini man improve in performance, baka pwede kita kambya.
I see. Kap, ketol el police force di ato na sa CCPO, so far nuay ba kienta sale positibo?
We are 100% healthy at the present date. Previously, makita mga symptoms of ng LBM, mga fever, pero when they were swabbed, they turned out negative.
Okay.
Ko sa mga reminders, kita ko na di aton mga miyembros del Zamboanga City Police Office in order to keep themselves away from COVID-19?
We ourselves are religiously following the regulations. One is face mask, outside ka rin, dentro opisina. Then, the aton mga sanitizers, no? Hand sanitizers, akabar, sisini lang ka namin sa enter na also sa Lorton advice kami naman ng report na trabaho. And then,
that 2 days after amo pa man duty. Ang sina pa ba siyempre praktika taas el diaton miyembros del CCPO?
Kita 2 days off, the maximum of natin is 1 day off, no? So, man divide ko siya, within 24 hours, nag-duty straight sa barman. Off day straight 24 hours. Nag-duty ko siya 12 hours per shifting. So, kita 2 days off.
I see.
Alright.
Kap, tema na pregunta, cosa el strength or el número from police station 1 to police station 11 el entire Zamboanga City Police Office? Cosa el strength di ato, número?
Hindi din, accurate, pero kanya kita na 1,300 plus.
1,300 plus. I see.
Okay, Kap, lastly, sige, manda sabi kung nandiyan atong mga viewers and listeners del programa, cosa ta espera kanila, si ay continua sila viola con ang mga protocols, Captain Duco, sir, before we say thank you to you.
Okay, na Zamboanga City Police Office led by Police Colonel Thomas Joseph Marcir. We would like to convey our message to the public that they should obey whatever regulations being required by the city government and the PNP para hindi na sila grande, no? Hindi sila contributor del subida del COVID-19 positive cases. So please use your face mask whenever you get out of your houses. Equip yourself with the quarantine pass or identification showing your authority to get outside the residences. Kabar, kita man pasaway. Umilang para may problema.
Okay. Captain Duco, sir, thank you so much. Na siyempre dahil ito ka namang kinaprograma.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Alright, mga bisinos, Police Captain Edwin Duco, el spokesman del Zamboanga City Police Office.
Bonito el 400 apprehension plus el fine is 500. So 400 apprehension times 500 pesos, that is 200,000 pesos courtesy of the violators, good income for the LGU.
Ay naman.
Pero sige. Nukiere kat era kita ang sina, no?
Of course.
Kaya di aton mas importante kaya sino ay kuhina. Kaya disir, akal ba, kaya disir mo ay kuhida, kaya disir, educated ka dal mga hindi tan violate.
El de mio lip, bien, que Berto na un día 400, violador, na syudad na, hindi, that's very alarming mga bisinos. Por eso, tabla kita, na, por eso ta subi el caso del COVID-19 aquí na syudad.
Na debe kayo at mga bisinos.
Roma to 400. Go ahead, Al.
Sige, Torn.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, debe lang mga bisinos, no? Sige kita, si Kunel protocols. After all, that is for us, for our protection, mga bisinos. Kontra Kunel positive, Kunel COVID-19. Hindi si Abla, we do it just for the sake of doing it. Take a look, mga bisinos. Sa igual ko na say, when you wear mask, do not wear mask to comply para ibita lang apprehension from police. Kahit dos klases They wear mask to avoid apprehension from the police. Kaya rin siya, kung mas police, kita taming ang mask. And those also wearing mask, indeed, an intention to protect themselves from COVID-19.
To protect themselves and to protect others.
Now, we choose the latter, mga bisinos. Akin ikasigundo, we wear mask because we want to protect ourselves from COVID-19. Hindi akal permero, we wear mask para hindi karaton kuhi el police. Dos diferensya class. There is difference con ese dos. La tiene miedo con el police rather than con el virus. Debe tiene kita miedo con el virus, hindi con el police.
Por eso correct kaltablaan si Captain Duco, el di lang mga rason, todo lang de pilosopo. Kaya habla, usa lang kami kay tiene pulis. Si no hay pulis, hindi kami usa. Na kung kaya mangita ta si loko siya sinaal, ilip. Na siyempre,
hindi kita ta si loko diya itong kwerpo, tapunan pa kita na peligro kung diya itong kwerpo.
Not only our kwerpo, but diya itong pamilya as well.
Pamilya diya itong.
Por eso ba, espanta ka diyo, Al, ilip, por eso I brought that up. Pero matuna undiya, more than 400 violators and non-wearing the face mask.
Kasi akilang pa siya ng pueblo attorney.
Alarming that SL, ipilip.
Everywhere, mga bisinos, kaso de positive. 26 barangays, mga bisinos. Hindi lang broma. Naalinaw kami na Western Mineral State University, tiyan yung positive ali.
Kung positive?
Hindi, positive. Hindi COVID. Hindi COVID.
Kung
positive? Pinyada?
Hindi, questionable ang credential daw.
Positive. Positive to dabla? Kahit por sa lockdown, so increase el number del mga pregnancy. Por eso positive.
Yes. Tiyan positive daw, questionable ang credential. Hindi, positive COVID. Yesterday, mga bisinos, we had Professor Edgar Araujo in our program. And alya pwede abrir el puerta, mga bisinos, con este kontrobersiya. No?
And we did not name names, ha? We did not name names.
Kaya tiene daw, mga bisinos, kandidato que questionable el credential, mga bisinos.
Kandidato para WIMSU presidency.
Yes.
Okay.
Mga bisinos. Now, we will continue to discuss this issue.
Depe Al, o dato ala, aga kel Al si Professor Edgar Araujo aki kanaton. Tarde ta entendeyo, ya abuya tamen grupo del mga guests. Tasali siyempre na WIMSU.
Amo daw el otro también entrevista aquí.
Ahora, continua kita. Este día aquí na.
Continua kita, discutir because this is of a matter of very significant importance kanaton aquí. Kaya por kasi it affects our the premier state university in Mindanao.
Will we be able to know, mga bisinos, ken ba si kandidato? That's one question, mga bisinos. ¿Por qué ta cuestiona con el candidato? Because el basis in saying kay questionable el credentials. Mga bisinos, ese mga pregunta, we will have all the answers, mga bisinos, when we come back. Aquí na de ustedes, paborito programa, el Dateline Teleradyo.
Pearl Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in, dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl Morning.
I have a big barkada.
I have a big family.
Making them happy is easy.
With the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
You get 3 boxes of donuts
For $3.49.
It's just like adding 50 pesos
To the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy.
with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
The magic of radio.
This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Trusting the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Sa mga gustong matikman ang tunay na pagkain ng India sa Zamboanga City, narito ang Sukbir Indian Restaurant na matatagpuan sa Yobenko, Tetuan. Tikman ang kanilang chicken biryani, beef biryani, mutton biryani, fish curry, fish masala, mutton curry, mutton masala, chicken tandoori, chicken curry, Indian tea at marami pa ibang Indian food. For delivery, contact at 0926.
I share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Yes, Paka Bryce.
Saan tayo?
May bagong bar.
Let's go. Nasaan yung bar?
Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape, new flavors,
So, you like this bar?
Cheers!
new delightful experience.
Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, te presentan con ustedes la radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de Zamboanga. Este es Dateline.
Pearl Morning.
Pearl, Sir Dong! Lam ko na!
Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in, dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl Morning. I have a big barkada.
I have a big family.
Making them happy is easy.
With the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
You get 3 boxes of donuts
For $3.49.
It's just like adding 50 pesos
To the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy.
with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
The magic of radio.
This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Trusting the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Sa mga gustong matikman ang tunay na pagkain ng India sa Zamboanga City, narito ang Sukhbir Indian Restaurant na matatagpuan sa Yubenco, Tetuan. Tikman ang kanilang chicken biryani, beef biryani, mutton biryani, fish curry, fish masala, mutton curry, mutton masala, chicken tandoori, chicken curry, Indian tea at marami pa ibang Indian food. For delivery, contact at 0926-1666-186. Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Tara na at kumain sa Sukhbir Indian Restaurant.
Sir, pa-share. Sir. Sir, pa-share. Oh, sige. Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Yes, Kaka Bryce!
Saan tayo? May bagong bar.
Let's go! Nasaan yung bar?
Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape. New flavors.
So, you like this bar?
Cheers!
New delightful experience.
Pearl morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na!
Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in, dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl morning.
I have a big barkada!
I have a big family.
Making them happy is easy.
With the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
You get 3 boxes of donuts
For $3.49.
It's just like adding 50 pesos.
To the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy.
With the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
El coronavirus or COVID-19 ay un nuevo viral respiratory disease taman kalayat aura. Para prevenir con este, pinilabal de atong mga mano. Usa tissue o tapa usando del de atong mga mano sin estornuda o tose. Limpia y disinfect con el de atong alrededor. Observa social distancing, prevenir anda ng mga publikong lugar, especialmente si manada gente. Si necesita salir afuera, piniliba hand sanitizer o alcohol. Uwi ang mga noticias estable de atong gobyerno lokal y el Departamento de Salud. 14 días para mga sintomas ang abuya. Si tamang difícil o status resulta, kalentura o tos, ang self-quarantine kita. Ilama na Zamboanga Task Force COVID-19 Hotline 955-9601 0966-175-4298.
The magic of radio.
This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Testing the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Sir, pa-share. Sir. Sir, pa-share. Oh, sige. Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Yes, Kaka Bryce!
Saan tayo? May bagong bar.
Let's go! Nasaan yung bar?
Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape. New flavors.
So, you like this bar?
Cheers!
New delightful experience.
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, te presentan con ustedes na radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de Zamboanga. STL, Dateline, Teleradyo, 3 horas, cada día. Taman junto con ustedes, mga veterano y respetado anunciador y comentarista, que hay guía el discusión del día, na mga asunto que tiene a ver con el ciudad y el mga vivientes aquí. STL, Dateline, Teleradyo, aquí na GBPI TV11 y na 95.5 Magic FM. Noticias, entrevistas y mga reports junto con el de aton mga compañeros y compañeras afuera. STL, Dateline, Teleradyo, queda informado, sabe el más reciente noticias, el mga suceso que ta ocurrí aquí na de aton ciudad y na mga cercano lugar. Todos te, aquí na Dateline, Teleradyo.
Alas 7:55 del día, tentray kita mga bisinos na ika-3 oras porsyon del programa Dateline Teleradyo Morning Edition. Al?
Alright mga bisinos, como cosa kami iabla ayer mga bisinos, ya pwede kita sabi, siya na daw positive. Alina Western Mindanao State University, not positive of COVID-19, but rather positive, questionable asigun el credentials. Uno sa del mga kandidato mga bisinos. And today, we will continue to discuss este kontrobersiya mga bisinos, no? Mananda ka pregunta ki. Alright, ¿por qué questionable? Why only now? Okay? Why only now? Todos sa mga bisinos question, we will look for answers mga bisinos. And live from the studio mga bisinos, el Vice President for Research del Western Mindanao State University, Dr. Chona Sarmiento. Madam Vice President, good morning. Welcome to Dateline Teleradyo.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, and we're glad that we're here in the station to be able to speak about our issues that we are bringing to the Board of Regents, to the WEMSU faculty, to the students, alumni, and other public stakeholders of Western Mindanao State University.
Alright, Dr. Chona Sarmiento serves as del mga tamang compose kung el Crimson Crusaders for Honesty and Integrity.
I see.
Mga bisinos. Sa matter of fact, yesterday, they held a press conference to air el de la concerns, and so we invited them so that we can articulate further or discuss further mga bisinos kung sa kontrobersiya kay mananda sa alarmaw. Because mga bisinos, at stake aquí el uno credential del uno del baga candidato for the presidency of Western Mindanao State University, of which the search is ongoing. Alright, Dr. Chona, ma'am. Before we go into details about the credentials of this candidate, for the record, who are we talking about here?
I'm talking about an aspirant for the presidency, one aspirant of the presidency, and I'm singling her out because this is the issue that I'm trying to clear about her credentials. And together with me are my companions.
Yes, ma'am.
We have Dr. Jessica Casimiro, Dr. Jessica Paz Casimiro, my assistant, BP Rizal, who's holding a rank of Professor 1.
Okay.
Together with me is Dr. Lourdes Feluteo, who is holding a rank of Professor 3. And together with me is Associate Professor Rosalind Ichem. By the way, Dr. Lourdes Feluteo is our Director for Testing Center. And we have also Associate Professor Rosalind Echem, who is the Director of Gender. And another companion with me is the Assistant Professor Rivera Aliponga. And yours truly, who's holding the rank of a university professor.
Alright, siguro ma'am, para tumutok lang kayo, para malaman nyo kung sino to, later on, we will ask, no? Kung sino nga to.
But firstly, before we go further, Al, for the information of the public, there are about eight contenders vying for the presidency of WIMSU. And it so happened that the credentials that being questioned here is that of only one of the 8 candidates.
Yes po.
Okay, am I right, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Sige.
Alright. Okay. Bakit questionable? Madam Dr. Sarmiento.
Can I read my briefer, please?
Yes. Go ahead, ma'am.
So I'm addressing this issue to the Board of Regents, to the WEMSU faculty, to the students, alumni, and other public stakeholders of Western Mindanao. These are issues that we wish to bring to the attention of the WEMSU Honorable Board of Regents, the Search Committee for Presidency, the faculty, alumni, and students in relation to the crucial search for WEMSU President. Specifically, we call our group the Crimson Crusaders for Honesty and Integrity, raise questions on the sworn claims of one candidate, Dr. Maria Carla Ochotorena, in declaring herself fit for the leadership of Western Mindanao State University, an institution of higher education whose operation is subsidized by the taxes of the people. Therefore, it deserves a president who must, without doubt, the best and the brightest among the candidates, possessing credentials and accomplishments that are beyond question. It is an academic institution that is not only the intellectual, but also the moral bastion of our society. Hence, any claims must be honest and beyond reproach. We refer to Dr. Maria Carla Ochotorena of WEMSU, who is the Vice President for Academic Affairs, and we invite serious attention on this following concern. That Dr. Ochotorena's spurious claim of research authorship and recognition. In 2015, Dr. Ochotorena sought to be part of a World Bank-funded research on the cross-cutting issues in Mindanao. To chiefly handle the project, I, Dr. Chona Q. Sarmiento, was commissioned by World Bank as consultant and principal investigator of the project. As such, I managed and implemented all aspects of the research process, from its gestation to its finalization and presentation. From her request to take part in this, I requested the President a special order for Dr. Ochotorena and was named co-researcher through a special order number 81 dated July 10, 2015, issued then by WEMSU President Dr. Milabel Enriquez Ho. However, Dr. Ochotorena took no part in any stage of the study to warrant any claim of involvement in crafting the research output entitled Case Study of Cross-Border Rice Trade and Smuggling in Sambasuta. Yet, she declared ownership of the resulting final paper and did not even acknowledge the rigorous effort on my intellectual property as the sole author. As the paper was accepted for presentation in a national conference, I received the Best Paper Award in the 3rd National Conference on Criminal Justice held in Dumaguete City on August 3 to 5, 2017, with Dr. Ochotorena's name appearing in the plaque, but she was not even in attendance at the conference, nor was a paper presented. All along, I was alone who presented the paper. Despite the absence of any contribution to the whole research process, from the preparation of the research report to its public presentation, Dr. Ochotorena deliberately claimed it as a part of her credential when she submitted to the search committee for the WEMSU presidency on the posted excerpts on the social media, Facebook, and the University Bulletin, Volume 6, Number 1, which is an official university publication. All of these were utter violation of the following conditions of research authorship. When there is no significant involvement in the study conception, design, data collection, or data analysis and interpretation. Involvement in drafting or revising the manuscript, approval of the final version of the manuscript for publication, and take responsibility for accuracy and integrity of all aspects of the research. We are doing this media appearance to clear issues on my civil service case filed last June 15, 2020 at the Civil Service Region 9 office. And as a member of the community of scholars entitled to academic freedom in the pursuit of intellectual intent, this freedom comes with responsibilities to uphold the highest ethical standards of academic and professional conduct imbued with trust, fairness, respect, responsibility, and courage. It is this, therefore, in the spirit of keeping the tradition of excellence and integrity alive in the university that the undersigned present the foregoing circumstance. The long-festering politicized transactional culture is alive and well in the university, negating its role as a fortress of dignity, critical thinking, and intellectual honesty. If its leaders cannot perform with honor, justice, and authenticity, they cannot lead the university toward inculcating those same values in our learners. Then the future of this university is doomed. I believe that the Bible says that righteousness shall exalt a nation, but a sin is a reproach to all. Thank you.
All right, ma'am, I'd like to specifically, you made mention about credential in the search for Western Mindanao State University presidency, or was this used for her to obtain the degree of doctorate?
No, this credential was used as an aspirant because as an aspirant of the university, you must show the credentials of your professional achievement in terms of research and publication. Remember, in the university, you can only be ascribed the rank of a professor if you have really contributed much to the content knowledge in terms of your expertise in research and publication.
All right, because yesterday, ang nakita naming issue is that questionable yung doctorate degree niya. No? This one that you are articulating is iba naman to.
Yes.
Credential submitted to the search.
Yes.
Okay? All right. So ang tanong dito, Dr. Sarmiento, ano ang masama?
This is a violation of intellectual property. Because as a professor in a university, you know what is intellectual property. You know who's the owner of such publication, and research is a rigorous process. This shows the skills and knowledge of a professor in terms of doing one of our fourfold function.
For the record, Dr. Sarmiento, ma'am, did she not ask permission from you to use that?
No, I did not have any knowledge or information, but when I saw the excerpts posted in the Facebook for all the aspirants with all the credentials that were printed, it was posted in the FB, and I saw my research, and I saw her pinakita niya yung kanyang mga credentials, and I saw that it was my work. It was the work that it was my research that was done with World Bank.
Kung kaya ngayon lang kayo nagsalita.
Yes, I would like to clear the issue that the World Bank paper is mine as a consultant, and there was no other person involved from the conceptualization to the presentation. And this is the proof. This is where the paper was used in the Philippines Mindanao Jobs Report, a strategy of Mindanao regional development, which my paper was used as a background paper for writing.
So meaning, ma'am, this work, an author nito, you claim to be the author of this work po.
Yes.
And Dr. Carla Ocho Torrena did not have any participation in the preparation of this work.
True. Okay. Since this paper forms part of the credentials that she is said to have submitted for consideration of the board, assuming that she will disclaim ownership of this, will this settle the problem?
No, because she already submitted the credentials in the PDF 2112 with a sworn statement, and this is a sworn statement that declares all her work related to her professional achievements.
So meaning
My point is, as a follow-up, my point is, kung wala ito, is there no other case or research papers that she submitted? Kung wala ito?
There are other probably.
Merong iba.
Meron po iba. Hindi
may
ko alam yung
form
iba.
part the
But what
credentials.
struck my attention was my research and award that was published as her credentials. And she did not, and she's claiming this intellectual property that belongs to me.
Okay.
Okay,
This should
directly,
be-
Dr. Sarmiento, ma'am, what are we trying to establish here? Dr. Torre or Dr. Carla Ocho Torrena is dishonest?
Yes, because this is the case that I filed in civil service last June 15, 2020, for an aspirant for presidency who is dishonest and misrepresented credentials in order to get advantage from other applicants who could be better.
So meaning, ma'am, this research was submitted by Dr. Carla Ocho Torrena, and she claimed that she is the owner and the author of this research, when in truth and in fact, she is not.
Yes, I have very good information that she submitted a 2-page executive summary, removing my name and putting her name below as to entitle her to these credentials.
Okay. Prior to your coming out in the media or filing this case with the Civil Service Commission, have you, in any occasion, kinausap niyo ba siya? Did you caution her not to do that because that is yours and not hers?
As a professor, having a rank of having the rank of Professor 5 and as the highest official of the university, Vice President for Academic Affairs, one should know what is intellectual property and what is dishonesty.
All right.
In the university, when the intellectual property belongs to somebody, it should be accredited, or the publication or the technology generated or any piece of work which is part of the intellectual contribution of the person should be attributed to the person.
Well, siguro alam niya yan, ma'am. Pero more or less, nung kayo pa nga ang nag-recommend sa kanya, you sought President's approval for her to be included, di ba? Sinasabi rito. I would like to presume that you're friends.
Yes,
magkaibigan kayo.
Yeah.
So, bilang magkaibigan, ina-expect namin na kinausap niyo muna siya. Carla, please be reminded that this is mine and you should not include that in your credentials. Parang ganun ba?
I did not have any knowledge that it will be used as a credential for presidency.
Was
either she asked permission from you?
There was no
Dr.
permission.
Sarmiento, pwede mo bang gamitin ko yung
There was no
natin?
permission. If the SO that was issued by the president was as a co-researcher, it does not automatically make you an author. Because there's another issue on authorship.
Because
The issue on research is probably, because in research you have a lot of responsibility. You could be one who will be drafting the article. You could be one looking into the statistical design. You could be one taking the data. But it does not automatically make you an author.
But the question is, right now, did Carla Ocho Torrena in any way have participation in the preparation of your research?
No, that's why I'm making this challenge now, that if she is really the owner of this, she must come out to defend this challenge. And if she has a questionable credential, she should withdraw from the presidency and save Wemsu from this shameful act.
Okay, ma'am, I'd like to entertain arguments on your concern, no? On your issue. Pag ako si Dr. Carla Ocho Torrena, sasabihin ko, why can't I not use that research when I was assigned to work with you?
But as far as I know, there was no effort that she did from the start, from the conceptualization until the completion of the paper.
So, in short, she did not have any participation whatsoever in the preparation of this research, ma'am.
Yes, sir. She
So
does
how
not have
material?
any involvement. She did not have any involvement in the process and even in the finalization of the publication.
Etong paggamit niya, Dr. Sarmiento, nitong research ninyo, as credential doon sa kanya sa search for presidency, how material is this? Gaano to kabigat na kinakailangan talaga gamitin niya to for her to qualify or for her to become president? Or ano magiging epekto kung sakasakali, nagsalita na si Dr. Chona, so tanggalin ko na lang yan. Hindi ko na gamitin yan. I'm withdrawing that I submitted. Gaano ka-material ito mo? Gaano kahalaga?
This is very important, lalo na if you have it as a sworn statement. Because you parang kinuha mo yung intellectual property of somebody which you do not have. So as a leader of a university and a leader of an academic community, you must show your skills. You must know how you have been you have groomed to become a good researcher. Because a good researcher is a good teacher. You speak from the practice.
So, meaning, ma'am, this research, which she claims to be the author, is one of those requirements submitted in her application for the presidency.
Yes po.
And this document is submitted together with that sworn statement wherein she claims authorship of this research when in truth and in fact she's not.
Yes, there's no involvement.
So have you thought, I'm speaking as a lawyer, mga bisinos, have you thought of filing a case against her for perjury?
As far as I know, I have already started making a complaint, and a affidavit of complaint was already submitted to the civil service, and I will exhaust all legal means to make sure that this will come into the proper venue when time comes.
In your briefer, Madam Vice President, there's a mention here, you're addressing this matter to the Board of Regents.
Yes.
All right. Did the Board of Regents take action already?
No, that's why we're coming here in the media to plead for the Board of Regents as the highest policy making in the university. Because we're now in the height of decision making, and it is the BOR that will really make a conscience voting if from the selection of the 8 aspirants.
Okay.
We need to have a standard lens for transformative leadership. We work for honesty, competence, integrity, highest educational qualification, and more is the moral ascendancy. If we choose to become a leader, we should be honest as a public servant because we're paid by taxpayers' money. We cannot use other people to advance our credential, because this speaks of our academic integrity, honesty in public service.
So, ma'am, in short, this is not even a case of plagiarism wherein I just merely copied your document, but what happened here was that she even claimed to be the author of that.
Stealing.
Not only plagiarism, because when you plagiarize, you merely copy.
Yes.
You merely imitate what was written by one. But in this case, she claims to be the owner or the author of this research when in truth and in fact, she did not have any hand, nor did she help you in doing this research.
Yes po, kasi no, when the paper is attributed to the sole author, why do you have to remove other names and instead leave your name? So what does it mean?
Okay.
So if there's a paper that is written by somebody and you co-author it, or say like you co-author it, why do you have to remove the other names? What for?
Okay.
Ma'am, had she levied as it is, you as the main author, she is the co-author, would you still submit that as one of the credentials for president?
You cannot say that because that is
Dapat kanya talaga.
total dishonesty.
So that may be the reason why she removed your name, if that really happened.
It's really a form of dishonesty and
So, meaning, maybe she was of the impression that you will never discover that she submitted your work and claim it to be her own.
How can that happen? Because it was posted in the FB, and here is this is published in our bulletin, and part of these credentials are here. So I found out that she used my credential. She even put here the research and publication that is attributed to somebody with an intellectual property once you're in the academe.
I'd like to go back to the board. What was specifically the answer of the board to your concern?
That's why we're coming here to clear the issues and to speak about what is really happening. That our faculty regent and the board, who's member of the board, must help us scrutinize credibility of these aspirants because we're choosing the next president of WEMSU.
If you were at liberty, ma'am, we know. Have you filed any disqualification against Dr. Ocho Torrena on this before the board?
We will be doing that after this. Now that we have already exposed these issues in public, now we have, and I have already filed a civil service case for Dr. Ocho Torrena. We're moving towards requesting the Board of Regents for disqualification and to withdraw her claim for president as an aspirant for presidency if she cannot defend this challenge that I am posting today.
All right. Should the board ignore? What's the next remedy here? You know, kasi nga, you just mentioned WEMSU is highly politicized, no? What is the next remedy, Dr. Sarmiento? Should the board opt to ignore your concern?
I think mahirap din yun, no? Kasi like you voted for somebody and after a while if the case filed, the case that will be filed, and if there are more cases that will come to the open, that they will be in question.
Exactly.
You still continue to vote for this candidate in spite of there is already an issue on her credibility as a dishonest person.
So the board should really act.
The board should.
All right.
So that becomes an abuse of discretion.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm sure many board of regents are watching us right now. Go ahead, address them.
Now we're pleading to the Board of Regents to look into this issue of dishonesty of a single aspirant, where we know that the Board of Regents are learned people. They're very good people. They're well selected to represent WEMSU and to decide on the future of this university. This is a call for honesty for anybody who would like to aspire to become the next WEMSU president. And so for the board to look into the credibility of this aspirant, please help. And we know that the board will really look into this issue because it has already gone to the media. We have already written to the appropriate authority who should look into our issues. And we hope that because we're now in the height of a decision making for the next WEMPRO president, the search was already, the aspirants were already interviewed. They were already presented to the community, and now they are now in the process of summarizing the ranking based on the procedure and guidelines. And so these 2 weeks time is very crucial for us to know how does the Board of Regents reacts on a case on an issue of a dishonest aspirant.
But is there really a complaint or a official complaint that you filed to the board before the Board of Regents?
There was none.
Oh, baka sasabihin ng board kasi, ang sasabihin ng Board of Regents, Madam Vice President, na we cannot act merely on their statement na media. Hindi nga sila nag-file ng protest.
Correct.
You cannot act without a complaint.
Because all of these things right now are mere allegations, but your allegations is not even under oath and you did not even file a case for disqualification before the Board of Regents.
Yun yung worry ko doon, Madam Vice President.
Ganito kasi yan, no? When we heard about, when we saw this claim of Dr. Atuterena, I filed a complaint in civil service.
Civil service.
A sworn statement.
Was the board,
I provided.
If the Board of Regents were provided with a copy or furnished a copy of that complaint that you filed with
I
CSC?
provided a copy to the the chair of the search committee, and I provided a copy to the board secretary for them for the Board of Regents to take notice of this issue.
Was your, by furnishing a copy, were you given an acknowledgement that they received your copy of that complaint which you submitted with the CSC?
We did not receive any action. That's why we have resorted to make a stand on this and go to the media for people to be aware of what are the real issues on the ground. Because within the university, maayos naman ang university. Everything is in place. It is well managed by the OIC, and we were looking at the issue na why on haste? Why are we on haste? And why can't we wait while we are grappling on the schedule of making for the enrollment, preparing for the student, for the new normal, and for yung aming adjustment with the nature or the modality of how we really would bring in teaching and learning inside the classroom. Why are we in haste to select for this president when we have an OIC who is able and...
So meaning now, ma'am, no, I got it from you, that there is no formal disqualification that you filed before the Board of Regents.
Yes.
You merely furnish them a copy of the complaint you filed with the Civil Service Commission.
Yes, and we're doing this after this press conference and after appearing to the media, and we are exhausting all means to do this disqualification.
My suggestion, ma'am, from a lawyer's point of view, you should make your complaint official before the Board of Regents. Remember, we are running out of time. They might call the election in 2 weeks' time. So my suggestion to you is you make your complaint, you file your complaint for disqualification before the Board of Regents to make it official.
Yes po.
No,
Alright,
the last paragraph of your call to the board states, no? The long-festering politicized transactional culture is alive and well in the university, negating its role as a fortress of dignity, critical thinking, and intellectual honesty. Is my presumption right that with the existence of politics in the university, kahit may mga ganyan, halimbawa sinasabi nyo claiming ownership of what is not supposed to be hers, politics will shield individuals like that just to obtain presidency?
Parang ganun na nga, no? So that we heard about it's already in the bag. It's already a promised possession. But because probably people who are backing up this aspirant doesn't know the real story, doesn't know the credentials of this aspirant. So that somebody will have to stand, somebody will have to say so. If you are, because here I'm the injured party. I am the owner. And so I have the right to speak, to say that this is a dishonest claim and it is an aspirant for presidency. And so this must there's what's happening in this university now.
What does it take to depoliticize the board?
I do not have so much information about the politics inside the university on this, but I have good. I could hear some rumors around, but I'm sticking only to this issue. I'm sticking to this issue.
Let's take a look at the composition of the board.
Isa lang naman yung
Ken Bakel, no? I don't know
composition of the board. Who is the politician in the Board of Regents
not
of
just
Western?
politician, composition. Sige, let's identify them, no?
Okay.
Baka will be misinterpreted again. Okay, composition of the board. King Kensili? Hindi, Akil. Matt.
Hindi siya, candidate siya.
These are the candidates. No?
Kita composition. But anyway, I can name few whom I know, no? Dr. Fernandez is there in the board, right?
Dr.
Fernandez Bakil?
No, wala.
Solano,
No, ang members po ng aming
Board of Regents, please.
Board of Regents, please. Let's give it to her.
Ma'am, please. Read it for us.
Sige daw, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, please.
These are the members of our the board of the
Board of Regents.
BOR. Dr. Perfecto Alibin, who is the chair designate from CHED.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have Mr. Edwin Calulio from the business sector, Mr. Onicente Luxon also from the business sector, Mr. Muhammad Algani, who is our faculty regent, Mr. Damhar Pahalawan, who is our student regent, Director Martin Wee, who is the DOST director, and we have also Director Florita Ridao of NEDA. We have Dr. Teresita Narvaez, who is the OIC as the co-chair. Yes. And then we have the representative of Honorable Mark Go, Congressman, the former Congressman Celso Lobregat.
Okay.
And representative of Honorable Villanueva, which is the Dr. Roberto Torres, who was my previous BP.
I see.
And the faculty regent, the alumni regent, who is a husband of an aspirant, Ramon Ochoa Torres.
We'll go to that issue also, ma'am. Okay, at dito muna tayo, ma'am, no? Okay, apparently, itong exposure na to will always take the search, and including the university, na medyo ang laki ng scandal nito. No? And we are asking to preserve the integrity of the university. Sino dapat ang magbigay rito? Who? The board should not, para maiwasan yung scandal, yung kahihiyan. Sino sa dalawa? The board should delay the election process, or yung subject ng inyong question na si Dr. Carla Ochoa Torres must withdraw from the race. Alin dito ang dalawa magbigay dapat to save the integrity of Western Mindanao State University?
Para sa akin, it should be the aspirant candidate who is dishonest. If she has a questionable credential, she must withdraw to be an aspirant for presidency, because it will save WEMSU from disgrace.
If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, how much time or how many months or years did you finish that research?
I was given a short-term engagement, and it was approved by our president. It was a 6 months engagement to work into the research and do the background paper.
It is within the period of 6 months that you were able to finish and finally conclude your research on this.
And how thick is that? How thick is the paper?
This is the paper.
How many pages?
I made the report and submitted it to World Bank. It is about it's about 68 pages.
Yes,
it is said in your address here that you were even awarded for that.
Yeah, I received an award when I presented it, because it is about crime and etiology.
So you really have the
and
right
this
to
was
fight
this was a very crucial issue on rice smuggling when we had a rice crisis in 2015. And so actually this was used as a background paper on job creation. It was not about the who, it was about the what and why. Why do people resolve to that? And who are the people who are supporting this in order to, because we're looking at the economics of Mindanao and the shadow economy. This is a form of shadow economy where we would like to help poverty issues in terms of generating employment.
Okay.
And so,
I received a message from my friend who is a professor of Ateneo de Zamboanga University,
Yes.
Professor Gerald James Ebal.
Yes.
And he says that he knows you personally and you are a person of high integrity.
Yes.
Okay, Madam Vice President, maliban po dito sa kontrobersiyang ito, submitting a credential, yung requirement sa board, sa search committee, ng isang trabaho na hindi naman sa kanya. Alright, without specifically referring to the same person that we're talking about, there is also an allegation, I don't know if you were able to establish it, that there is one candidate who doctored the doctorate degree. I don't know, have you come across with that?
Only if you know, ma'am, but if you don't have personal knowledge, then you
is this also being discussed?
Excuse from answering that question.
Pursued or even a concern by your group?
As one of the highest official of the university and dealing with research, I have good knowledge and we have found out some evidences that will really incriminate persons who really have questionable degree. Because if you finish in a reputable school, there will be no question of academic integrity. So if you finished in UP, in LaSalle, in UST, the branded schools, there will be no questions of integrity. But I'm asking the aspirant of, is this a reputable school where you graduated from your master's and from your PhD?
All right, ma'am, would you mind to identify who is this candidate also that na meron din questionable din yung doctorate degree niya?
Only if you are at liberty, ma'am. Only if you are at
We are not
liberty. We are not forcing you to answer the question.
Okay. I don't like to look into that.
Okay.
Because the issue here is really for the disqualification of the aspirant candidate.
But
who
you're
have
confirming na apart from dinidenounce si Dr. Carlan, meron pang isa.
There are so many.
So many pa, among the eight.
So many. If this will be given attention, then we will have to prove whether they are really professors who really went to school and did not earn this in a quick fix, a shortcut method, and buy this degree.
If you yourself is able to determine that, sinasabi nyo, many ano pong ginagawa ng search committee? Kung ganon. Are they doing their job?
No, the search committee is only for the 8 aspirants. But there are also, I think, a number of people who have questionable degrees.
No, ma'am, I'm just referring to the candidates.
Yes, yes.
Yung 8 candidates lang,
Yes.
ibig sabihin meron pa dyan, may questionable.
I don't have any information, but because it is my credential that was used, I'm very sure.
Okay.
I'm well informed that this is
basically, ma'am, you're not really against the candidacy of Carla Ocho Torena. But what you're claiming right now is merely you are the offended party because she used your own research and claimed it to be her own.
Yes. We don't endorse any candidate, but we plead to the Board of Regents to select the highest educational qualification among the aspirants, the aspirant to have honest, competent, with high moral ascendancy and integrity. Because we want a transformative leadership.
Don't you intend to question the search committee, ma'am? The fact that one submitted a credential, hindi ba prudent on the part of the search committee to diligently look into those credentials that they submit and counter-check it?
I think did
the search committee do it?
I think the search committee did everything.
Okay.
But however, there must be a way to prove it. Because having submitted all this credential with a sworn statement is something that should be true.
Okay.
But there's still an aspirant who submitted a credential which does not belong to her, and yet it was a sworn statement.
Yes.
So
So
which
my
means
advice to you, ma'am, as a lawyer, because that's under oath, you should pursue a case for perjury.
and we will exhaust all legal means to do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I don't know, ma'am, where will this lead?
It will really open up more issues, and that what they say is opening the Pandora's box, which has been long closed because of influence and position.
Somehow, if it is indeed true that politics has indeed been festering the system, so sana magiging eye-opener ito, no? To not allow politics anymore to meddle with the system of selection of presidency in WEMSU. Sana
Ganun po,
naman
yes.
buksan yung mga mata ng Board of Regents dyan.
That will only happen when you do not place there a politician as a member of the Board of Regents.
Well, siguro si Ablakwan
For as long as there is a politician who will sit as a member of the Board of Regents there, you can always expect politics to always play in that policy-making body of the
Tama
Western
po.
Mindanao State University.
Yes.
Yes.
But considering you're Takyaman to ma'am, you're already here, I might as well ask you, have you ever consulted a lawyer on these legal issues that you are being confronted right now?
Yes.
So you will be pursuing more legal action against this person who claimed that she's the author of your research when in truth and in fact she did not have any participation on this.
Yes.
Okay,
Before we went,
lastly, Madam Vice President, kung nakikinig si Dr. Carla Ochotorena,
Yes.
go ahead, your message before we say thank you to you.
This is my challenge to the Vice President of Academic Affairs, who is also an aspirant for presidency, to really come here and present yourself in this challenge to defend the paper which you claim to be yours, which form part of your credentials. And if this is a questionable credential, I challenge you to withdraw from your presidency to save WEMSU from disgrace. Thank you.
And with that, Madam Vice President for Research, Dr.
Chona Sarmiento.
Ma'am, thank you so much for your time.
Ma'am, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
And we wish you all the best on your legal
Crusade.
battle.
On your crusade against Dr. Carla Ochotorena.
Well, pero in the name of fairness, gentlemen, we would also like to welcome the camp or maybe Dr. Carla herself.
We will. Don't
Answer
worry.
all these allegations.
We will try to reach Dr. Carla Ochotorena. That is what we have been here in the program. So nothing to worry, ladies and gentlemen. Si Kerele. Sino Kerele? We can do anything. Okay.
El Diatra, I got it from her, from Dr. Chona, sa what is very clear, mga bisinos, kay el autor, diya ka research.
Okay.
Because el autor, diya ka research, and tiene otro gente que mang-claim kay el autor, siyempre duele conmigo. Broma to 6 meses. Iyo daw ulit. 6 meses yung man-research. Ya ka ba yun kasi? Iyo yung trabaho, otro yung harvest.
Ano po na kayo umalis? Sige, okay.
Alright, bawansin na ba LD ato na conclusion, no? Pero, Kel, apart yun, being na media, we are open for the other party to explain.
Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, there is also insinuations or accusations, should I say, or even allegations that Chene daw kandidato without yet specific name, no? Chene daw kandidato, the doctorate degree. Now, when we come back, mga bisinos,
So, kaya na to, generally, si Dr. Kagaw.
the doctorate degree. Kaya si mga bisinos, nuay pasa na standards. In obtaining that degree, there were shortenings, no? I mean, yamang shorten el proseso, and that, as a matter of fact, no less than the Vice President for Research, Dr. Chona Sarmiento Sen, kay debe el degree at el unquestionable gayon. Diba?
Porque, tiene que letar sabihin hindi questionable.
When we come back, mga bisinos, no, hopefully Dr. Grace, the former president of Western Mindanao State University, will be able to join us because we want to know how a doctorate degree is obtained, mga bisinos. How much time it takes, mga bisinos, for one to really claim, yes, I did this in accordance to standards. I did it, I got this, mga bisinos, because indeed, todo klase de proseso del doctorate degree were observed.
Okay.
Sa bonito. Kay, siyempre, kaya kita sabi, from master sabi, ano naman ito pwede ka na doktor diretso? Sino ay to master's degree? Prerequisite. Like in the same manner, you cannot take masteras if you did not finish any 4-year course.
Okay.
So, amo sa assumption diato.
Yes.
But as to what really happens or how pakilaya ang proseso, kedaon na PhD or doctor, nung sabi kita mga
But certainly, este concern kay Aliba, the Crimson Crusaders for Honesty and Integrity, represented just a while ago by the Vice President for Research, current mga bisinos, no? Current Vice President for Research, Dr. Chona Sarmiento, as a concern of dishonesty. Meaning mga bisinos, ya somete un candidato, ya mencionagan el nombre, Dr. Carla Ochotorena, un credential que hindi bisuyo, mga bisinos, I think, but proper for the Board of Regents, to settle the issue first before they go into votation.
Yes.
Otherwise, if they insist, mga bisinos, if they will ignore this and that they held the votation and ay gonna say kandidato subject of the complaint, I don't think, mga bisinos, the result of the election is indeed, mga bisinos.
Gentlemen, hindi naman yung permiso. Siya nga importante kami na at 9 o'clock, no? Again, thank you ko nagdiaton mga viewers and listeners del Dateline Teleradyo. Siya lang kita importante on the kaminada. But tomorrow, I promise to be here. Hindi yung magkating plus mañana, mga bisinos.
Okay lang.
And in the next episodes, este día lang at mga bisinos, siya lang at job bien importante kaminada. Este si Attorney Gian Paulo Enriquez, que rin di las gracias, siempre Enriquez de Acha, verdadero de Zamboanga, mga bisinos. God bless everyone. Today is Friday. We thank God it's Friday.
Only Attorney Gian, mga bisinos, will not be able to come back after these messages, but kami dos ni Philip, surely we will come back and continue to discuss issues, mga bisinos. Aquí na ustedes favorito programa, el
Dateline Teleradyo.
Pearl Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea, pati na rin ang iced coffee, mas kababaliwan. So give in dahil may kasama pang chewy, gooey, tapioca pearls. Kaya siguradong pearl fanatic.
Bukas ulit.
Give in to Dunkin'.
Pearl Morning. I have a big barkada.
I have a big family.
Making them happy is easy.
With the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
You get 3 boxes of donuts
For $3.49.
It's just like adding 50 pesos
To the price of your favorite bundle. Make more people happy.
with the Dunkin' Donuts Big Deal.
El coronavirus or COVID-19 ay un nuevo viral respiratory disease taman kalayat aura. Para prevenir con este, pinilaba el diato mga mano. Usa tissue o tapa usando del diato mga mano si estornuda o tose. Limpia y disinfect con el diato alrededor. Observa social distancing, prevenir andar ng mga publikong lugar, especialmente si manada gente. Si necesita salir afuera, piniliba hand sanitizer o alcohol. Uwi ang mga noticias estaba mediado ng gobyerno lokal y el Departamento de Salud. 14 días para mga sintomas ang nabuya. Si tamang difícil o ustedes resulta, calentura o tos, may self-quarantine kita. Ilama na Zamboanga Task Force COVID-19 Hotline 955-9601 0966-175-4298.
Budget-wise Ayala, Sangali, and Santa Maria is now open and ready to serve you. Convenient to shop, affordable appliances, grocery items, housewares, school supplies, and more. Spacious parking area. The most convenient place to shop. Shop now and bring your family at Budget-wise Ayala and Budget-wise Sangali. We are serving you better. Soon to open, Budget-wise Talon-Talon. Budget-wise, pasok sa budget.
The magic of radio.
Here we go. This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Crushing the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
Sir, pa-share. Sir, pa-share. Oh, sige. Pa-share.
Care to share? Get the Dunkin' Best Buds Duo, all for 259 pesos.
Kailangan natin mga Pinoy ang mga magsasaka 3 beses sa isang araw. Kaya naman, suportado ko ang mga magsasakang Pinoy. Binibili at kinakain ko ang produkto nila, lalo na ang bigas. Bukod sa masarap, ligtas pang kainin.
Dahil kapag bigas Pinoy, mataas ang kalidad nito. Masarap na, safe pang kainin.
Sa ating mga bayaning magsasaka, suportado namin kayo. Sama-sama at tulong-tulong lang!
Yes, Paka Bryce! Saan tayo? May bagong bar. Let's go! Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape, new flavors.
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
New delightful experience.
Sawari mo'y nag-iisa.
Lahat kanya-kanya.
Ngunit di man nagsasama.
Kaya pa magkaisa.
Isa sa pag-iingat.
Isa sa ating dasal. Laging nagpapatunay
Na tayo'y makatao pa.
Together we are being called to
isa sa ating dasal. Lahing nagpapatunay na tayo'y makatao pa.
Together we are being called to make a future world.
The test we face is for us to prove that we can heal as one. It's when we heal as one. We heal as one with kindness. We heal as one. We serve, we share, we show compassion. We heal as one. Saway mo'y nag-iisa. But when we heal, we heal. We heal as one with kindness. We heal as one. We serve, we share, we show compassion. We heal as one. Saway mo'y nag-iisa. But when we heal, we heal. Yes, we will heal. We heal. Yes, we can heal. We heal. We heal as one. We heal
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, te presentamos con ustedes la radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de Zamboanga. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo, 3 horas cada día. Taman junto con ustedes, mga veterano y respetado anunciador y comentarista, que hay guía el discusión del día, na mga asunto que tiene a ver con la ciudad y el mga vivientes aquí. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Aquí na GBPI TV11 y na 95.5 Magic FM. Noticias, entrevistas y mga reports junto con el de aton mga compañeros y compañeras afuera. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Queda informado, sabe el más reciente noticias, el mga suceso que te ocurrí aquí na de aton ciudad y na mga cercano lugar. Todos te, aquí na Dateline, Teleradyo.
Alright mga bisinos, mirando kina de ustedes paborito programa, el Dateline Teleradyo. As promised mga bisinos, but before that, no, we will have the former president, mga bisinos del Western Mindanao State University. Among the few famous presidents actually of Western Mindanao State University, Dr. Grace Rebollos. But in the meantime, mga bisinos, salihan na kita afuera, Matt. Alright. Okay, while waiting for our companion, Emil, no? Again, I'd like to give emphasis for the board not to ignore this concern because nakasalalay mga bisinos el
Integridad.
Integrity of the work of the entire Western Mindanao State University. No? If they go on and choose because este también persona, el candidate will not withdraw probably, although Chenecol, kung Vice President
Sarmiento
Shona Sarmiento for her to withdraw. But if she chooses to go on with their desire to become president, and the board chooses her, nako, hindi bueno. Because, el question talya lang siyempre.
Sí. Tiene ganita habla, no?
Is your president?
Tiene ganita habla. Si man push pa siyempre, the presidency will be haunted.
Oh,
diba?
Of course.
In the coming days, in the coming months, how long esan sina klase sitwasyon pwede man prevail alina Wemso. Triste kita kay por causa alumnos kita del Juan. Si. Wemso batch 89, Wemso batch 90. Si. Por eso kade triste kita, no? Particular kita con este Wemso. Not only that, el Wemso tamen happens to be the premier state university na Zamboanga Peninsula na Western Mindanao. Okay?
Well, by all means, hindi debe para sa CDC. When I say by all means, this includes the board to act on this controversy.
Si.
Before going on with the election, debe, noy gayot mancha ali. That's the point there. Debe, ni algun kandidato ali, hindi manchaw el nombre. Because if you decide el board to choose that candidate, believe you me, then tormento kayo at mga bisinos. Depende. Like you, like me, since kumingo kanya ang gente, ya pregunta, makawaya man si dito university, mupaki man. Yan nga ni kontrobersiya ya kay el presidente aura ruba el paperwork del quad, and yet the board of regents just the same chose her. How will I defend? Siyempre, iyo gayat makawaya. Iyo makawaya as an alumnus. Certainly, I will not allow that.
The presidency, the integrity will always be in question de la universidad.
Por eso, otra vez, yo, as an alumnus, I don't know if you also plead with me to the Board of Regents.
Of course. So.
I plead to the Board of Regents to please take a look into this controversy. Take a look into this specific concern that the group of Crimson Crusaders for Honesty and Integrity, as articulated by the current Vice President for Research, Dr. Chona Sarmiento, please, board members, Board of Regents, please take a look into this. This is no ordinary allegations. This is no ordinary concern. This affects otra vez. To include you, Board of Regents, this will certainly affect your integrity apart from the integrity of the entire university.
Si.
All right. Mga bisinos, na linya junto ka natin. Emil Tuman, Commander T, Commander Ilong.
Report. Hey, good morning. Buenos días.
Good morning.
También con los viewers y financiado ng programa El Dateline Teleradyo. Actualmente es un tiempo na tagbay na barangay de Culianan, donde ganit sa ni una persona aquí queda positivo, no? Después cuando no, ya decidido en el hospital. Mungkin sikap nating liman, ya pwede kita kwento de más temprano que este ganit paciente, ya liba con este para na hospital. Y allagan puede saber que le con el City Health Office positivo gan un senior citizen, no. Este lugar aquí na San na barangay Culianan, ya meron sila kanto sa kanteriya más o menos mga 7 mga kanteriya area sa afectado. Actualmente no hay pasipo de saber si cuántos mga individual sa kay no hay patel el City Health Office tira para mag-start tracing por estos mga quien está aquí na area.
Son 1 Senil, Son 1?
Son 1, aquí lang sa cerca na
okay, si Culianan se, quiere decir, no hay pa se entra na aquel de con todo reciente lista, nuevo se?
Sí.
Okay.
Aquí lang sa undi tabi de Juan, Bulalo, aquí cerca.
Okay.
Amos el Tascane, no, anoche que sila pone o paano ki o tolda ki o na on del kanto lang de camino kay cerca lang at na mismo highway pero el highway tapos na lang ito pasa el mga pinikula ki ito lang entrada di ila ki na tabla si Sika na antes que hablale que este gran area manada daw at kita estado que chaliki no del senador negosyo alina centro del ciudad y disi mga gente como sila las demás ali kan stay in at kanila na aras no pwede sila man entry sali ara na temas temprano ya pwede ito mira kaya kanya kamanda sila kung mag-arroz LPG ali adentro kanil dapat tanod kita si afuera tabi siya so estel kung sa kita tamira no dito si Kap yaan naman na sikap na nila barangay kay Kulele kay ay sa katalala kantos mga mga goods relief goods doon para distribute ko ito at mga yan sa dapat so ayan desale alis ka pa un rato kaya at ito man sila ano at painantes magsikap pero si Kulele mga personal sa City Health Office para mga contact tracing ko ito mga henteng para sabi ito ang tawag persona sa legal economic affectado kanto pamilya el palawa kasi kami kay el anak no del gani katapos ibo kiniki telepo trabaho pero araw na school pa report na trabaho pagka sa kolektibo sa pasa no kay palawa positibo el sa legal result el anote. So, esta pues, dila del compound aquí y cuántas casas que ya se le ha afectado, aquí el datos oficiales de barangay y también el mga tanod que también aquí 24 hours. Okay, el plano de datos, kita pasok tayo el otro report datos del ayer, tiene personas que escapado ali na Zamboanga City Medical Center.
Yes. Cosa pasa con la
ya puedo convincir cuando vira otra vez adentro la hospital, paciente positivo del COVID.
Pues salérale.
Ya sale afuera, no sabe si por qué cosa el razón. Ya podemos también convincir, manda vira otra vez el personal del Zamboanga City Medical Center, ya puede convincir liga otra vez adentro. La persona después él cinta afuera ya anda entra otra vez adentro
no hay con quien puede mamunto
no hay quien ataca con él cerca hay máquina de policía no hay wala cerca con él
in the first place, Mil, pwede tu kunta istorya porque siya pwede sali.
Yan siya na de pronto sali ni?
Hindi ba una vez tali tu pasyente tu na medical center? Hindi ba tali tu akustaw na kay tiene si simptomas siya. Taginda ni na medical center, tiene simptomas
severe.
So kaya disir ni sita kung pwede kung tigong dextrose pakilaya liya pwede sali na kwarto or na ward.
Mga necesito porque nuevo tayo na FDO kaya pwede daw magkwento si sila pwede sali basta insulta lang tali siya afuera na camino. So, yan ang kaya kung hindi ko que entra otra vez ahí adentro, ¿no? Pero ya entramos otra vez adentro y no hay más ataca pa ng mga gente allí afuera.
Nako.
So, ito el cosa pasado ayer tarde que tan monitor gani kita ayer ko asigon sa dahil condon del area pagka sa gani ko gali. Ito na Zamboanga City Medical Center. Okay, otro report. Di Mateo, sinunsado na Pueblo Settlement kanina Boulevard. DCQ kita ara, ayer prinsipyo, may kita si mga gente sa anda pamalina Boulevard. Pwede kita mira kay panadalan siyempre sa mga gente kanina Boulevard naman tambay. Kaya patabende mga balut tambien. Cosas sa comida ali, no? Hindi pwede ibitasin social distancing, no? So, esta cosa que observa anoche, pero ya apansa de noche, kami mga alas 8, tayo naman estos, masinali na Boulevard mismo, tali pa mga vehikulo, sino naman tambay-tambay alin. Pero del deseo, del na pueblo, mira kami kay Telencia del Ciudad anoche, comparando del otro,
bueno.
Quiere ser recogido el mga las demás del mga gente, más que a las 8 pa lang del noche.
Ito mga rugby boys, no ay?
Rugby boys, no hay alis, camina. So, bien silencio el pueblo anoche, donde meron data para mirar si sila yung sitwasyon de la ciudad, si Pirada, ¿no? Desde gane General Community Quarantine na dating ciudad hasta harapin del mes So, para con aquellos ¿no? Aquellos manadagat junta, manadagat sa palatos de junta, acerca de mga angkas, acerca de mga tapo de pamabende tapo de pamadalik kumel mga karenderia, manadagat ito sa junta na uwila na programa Dateline Teleradyo. Kaya alise ustedes puede saber si es todo mga preguntas de ustedes kay sa ngayon, no? Pero mga guidelines, no? Del Japan government, del Japan mayor también, tiene mga guidelines, so por eso ala kita sige, pero online mo kita pwede abrir la Facebook page para mira yung mga guidelines del cosas sila debe saber. Okay, nakita na otro report. Ayer ya tiene arresto del 3 mga persona, 2 aquí mga menor de edad. Estos mga suspechados carnappers estos.
No.
Ya puede ganar.
Carnappers.
Sí. El edad de estos dos, 14 años lang. Uno, 19 años ya. So, mga motorsiklo, 4 mga motorsiklo, ya puede cumplir sa kanila. Allí durante el follow-up del police station 8 na sinunog, kaya po ito arresta una mga 2 mga menor de edad, allí on del Upper Calerian, on del Southern Village, y también allá na Flamingo. Kaya po ito na recovery con el mga rubang motorsiklo, kaya po kita magkwento-kwento con el mga dueño. Aquel uno ya no quiere hablar de su nombre, pero ya ruba na con su motorciclo, allí na barangay de Sumaga, on del bypass road. Ya dejalan daw afuera na yung motorciclo afuera de sila casa. Y ya cuando resulta que kami na aga, ya falleció perdido. Como siempre, el presidente del Lumayang, ya perditan di su motorsiklo kay aquel di la casa pa entrada pa dentro por eso dejalan alam po fuera kanto camino donde la di la vecinos ang que le resulta tayo perdido tayo el motorsiklo como el mga motorsiklo que perde después ya poder recubrir el dato ng mga autoridad y ang que ya entrega sila no con el investigador del la police station 7 de Santa Maria y también aquí en la Police Station 5 de Victoria. Ako sa mga Subaru motorsiklo.
No.
Na.
Ay, nako. Kato lang.
Yakurta.
Yakurta kan Emil. Kuna Emil. Tuban. Alright. Bentas tayo espera kita kun Emil, no?
Si.
Li, pa mo daw tiraan na yung mga reaksyon na del mga gente?
Well, the reaction di ila, debe daw era si Dr. Carla man-resign following Kwan.
Mang-resign o mang-withdraw from the race?
Man-resign magkita abla, no? Following mga revelation. Kaya abutabla sila, always kataki at stake el integrity del universidad. Okay?
Hello?
Okay. Sige Emil.
Continue.
Okay, so vamos el pagaton kita na kulianan mga tiempo kita kangita no espero kita con el contact tracing team para saber kita cuánto persona se le afectó y cuánto familia.
Sí.
So vamos el pagaton no kita otro report.
Sa amo lang.
Amo ya
hindi amo lang.
Ang wala tayo report daton.
Asa niya itong bisita yes, panda.
Ano si, pwede natin pan, Tony, ito kasal yung mga pan,
May mas si attorney.
May ba siya? Yung pinipermiso.
Okay, so I was telling good morning lang kung Father Mars.
Sige.
Yapata lang yun natin. So, I was to the report para sa dia para na Dateline, Teleradyo, Emil Tuanipot.
Muchísimas gracias, Commander T, Commander Ilyong. So, dire-diretso kita, Al. Okay.
Alright, mga bisinos, apart aquel cosa yamang kwento na natin, el Vice President for Research, Dr. Chona Sarmiento, acerca gani que el credential mga bisinos. Kaya somete un candidato in the name of Dr. Carla Ochotorena. Que ta kwestiona sila. Porque yamang angkun hindi disuyo. Tiyan tamen mga bisinos, ongoing, I don't know, siya pwede basta mang establish or check kaya, but there are talks, no? Kaya tiyan daw un kandidato, yaman doktor con el doctoral degree disuyo.
Ang sina.
Alright? Now, kaya kita mga bisinos sabi, no? Pakilaya ba el proseso para tener tu doctoral degree? How much time does it take for you to be conferred of a doctoral degree?
How taxing is it?
How taxing is it? Kosa-kosa ba el mga kuan ali mga bisinos, no? Kosa-kosa el mga debe que hace. Alright? Now, si Chenetang offer un eskwela, mga bisinos, doctoral degree outside of the university campus. Meaning, online ba or extension ba? We want to know, mga bisinos, from this expert kaya atong bisita aura, o sa valido ba siya? Can it be considered genuine doctoral degree? Kay right now, conforme sa mga bisinos, mananda kayo mga unegan isi, no? Kay allegedly, kasi kandidato obtain the the
doctorate degree.
Dol hindi daw formal edukasyon. No?
Hindi equal kung nakal mga regularly ta sa ka-doctorate, it takes them about 2 years. 2 years, no? From MA, kay prerequisite ang masteral man, 2 years, and then another 2 years for doctorate. Na-check na tabla sila, kurto lang daw, tiempo doktorya.
Okay. We will take a look into mga bisinos con este asunto. Pakilaya ba tara obtenay con el doctorate degree? Live from the studio, mga bisinos, uno del mga famoso antes presidente del Western Mindanao State University, Dr. Grace Rebollos. Welcome, Madam, to the program.
Thank you.
Dateline Teleradyo.
Good morning, ma'am.
Alright, first and foremost, before we'll tackle with Dr. Grace, no, acerca the doctoral degree, alright, I just would like to get her sentiments. How does she feels? Kay Aura, ongoing ang search for the presidency, pero yet balot with controversy. As a former president, how do you feel, ma'am?
You know, the presidency by itself is an institution. And because it's an institution that carries on the day-to-day operations and management of the university, kaya kita pensa que el presidency tiene appropriate authority desde na Board of Regents para rimpuha el ley que ta govern terrena si hace kita corre una escuela. Pero pa kay esta escuela ta hace corre el mga taxes del mga gente. They call it a social investment in education. So kita, we are guided by two principles allí. El access pati el quality. Precisely, tabla kita access, kay kira kita, man cater na poorest of the poor, low income, man sina, no? Access. El quality, kay kira kita asigura, kay kosa ofrecimiento, academic offerings ta dali el university, quality kat tamen. Desde elementary hasta na doctoral. Okay. So, si pregunta ustedes, cosa ta sinti, con el cosa ta pasaara, yo bien alegre yo, kaya buyas te cuento. Kaya cuando ya uwi usted ayer, na que puede aguantar, kaya habla yo, querete nyo toma parte na diskusyon del cosa ta pasa. Basically,
tablayo alegrio because si abuyas te klase de asunto.
Okay.
And if we are in an academic institution, we are not threatened by this controversy because we look at it head on and we discuss. At the same time, si deberasan se triste yo because no quiere te git akal kumutabla si Sir Gibbs ayer doctor very quick. Tiene ese proseso.
Sí, sí.
So amo ya ese el dimio kay first, alegre kay tabuyas te isyu asunto, pero triste yo si deberasan.
Alright, now I'd like to know, during your time, during the race of the presidency, during your time, were there controversies like this? Not necessarily you involving, but other candidates who applied for the position?
None that I know of, no? Okay. None that I know of, because before the presidency, I had been teaching research. That's the 1989 to engineering research. And we're making sure that pasagat siya na proseso. There are algorithms, tabla sila, na si este pwede, go, si este pwede, why not, pakemodo, arregla, quality of graduate research. So, in my time, man positio says dolakelyo 7-11. I came in 2007, my term ended in 2011. Now, so kundo ese tiempo, before that, I was deeply involved in the graduate research process of the university. And so, no pwede yung abla si Chene, kasi manada man si advisors, no? Manada tene si estudyante. So what I'm saying is, to the extent that I know, tapikuragat kita mang quality control ko nese.
Okay, Madam former President. Okay, STL din yung pregunta. Based na po sa, i-apply din natin si Dr. Chona. Since you work na research department del Wenso antes, okay, if pakilaya ba si Abla? Yo ngayon el major kenta trabaja con un project, un research. And Philip Aboy, no, yang assigned kumingo, okay, you research on this.
Okay.
And then Philip Aboy was assigned to me. Now, yakabaya el trabajo. Philip Aboy did not contribute anything na ma-work niya. Can Philip Aboy, standard di ba? Talking. Can Philip Aboy claim the work?
And dahil si pwede man claim, kinoy ele tumaparte na formulation del research proposal, na data gathering, na analysis, na interpretation. Na pwede lisi, kaya kusa man ele, tiene as a basis for coming out with a final work.
But he was assigned. But Philip Aboy was assigned to do the work.
Sinoy kunele, sinoy ele as a disu trabaho.
Just the same.
Noy ele rason para mang claim.
So tu pa galikil ko sa ames Dr. Chona.
So quiere decir como delicadeza something así na.
Sí, parte hace del todo. Aquel honestigat del dito trabaho, kusa baya tene bayo arte ni parte ya toma bayo anything ali, so that in the process kasi na involvement dito yo, sabi to el konsepto. Sabi to pakimodo sa kadata, sabi to kung kanya sa kadata, isabi to pakimodo organisa dito ideya para at the end of it, ase to write up para presenta na publiko para entende sila.
So again, I'd like to give emphasis on the possible argument kay, no, but the fact I was assigned to work with her, although I did not contribute, but my assignment was to work with you. So therefore, I'm also entitled to your work.
Not necessarily. Kasi tiene kita akal mga conditions for claiming authorship. So akal mga conditions for claiming authorship, talya se akal involvement gat dituyo na formulation del project. Gatto yung mira gatto, yan organize gatto dito research assistants para pwede man field work, depe man research na desk, related lit, todo siya, yakeda to envuelto li. Na por eso, tiene man si Dr. Cho na mga sentimiento ta asisale, kaya el pobre yan pati kalas gatamin ele.
Intimate kayo, tel di suyo cosa sentimiento le asisale.
Na it's an issue of justice.
Justice.
Recognize kaya, tinigat yo, I burned my candle both ways, pero trabaho. El problema de sa mga ansina research, tiene sa deadline, nanangana to ta durmi.
So, time pressure.
Ulbida gana to dito love life.
Stress.
Hindi na to pwede kwida dito mga bata.
Stressful kayo, no?
Sikit na, asa to pasa el deadline.
Okay,
In other words, ele ya recibe todo el burden in coming up with that, depe otro lang al cosecha. Something
Siya
así.
po ng agriculture, Elia
Siembra, otro ay cosecha.
otro ilang harvest.
Amo yan, cosecha, yan harvest.
Ang sila kayo.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, ma'am. As a former president, again, I'm seeking your opinion. As a former president, alright, del universidad, uno del mga pamosong presidente, okay, what can save to you? What can save the university? I'm talking about the university from shame as a result of this controversy.
The Board of Regents. Because the Board of Regents is the core, the highest policy-making body of the university. And it is incumbent on the Board of Regents to ensure that whoever is appointed by them is somebody who is above board, is somebody who is above question. Naara, el Board of Regents nisisita impartial. Kada uno de esos 11, nisisita, no ay anay kung kinman kon, mira anay sila kay, kusa kita kiri, the best and the brightest. So, if this is supposed to be the best of us, representing most and all of us in the university, including kanamo niya, kaya graduaya kami, mga alumni, kiritan kita ten orgulyo con la leadership del eskwela. I-abierto kita mang kwento con ese, kay sabi kita, sabi tinele di su trabaho. So, al Board of Regents, sentro katese na todo que pasa. So, si el Board of Regents, hindi menya, nanusabi kita.
Okay. Aside from that Board of Regents, ma'am, there are calls here, as you speak. Inante, the same, the Vice President for Research, Karen, Dr. Sarmiento, has called on the candidate, specifically Dr. Carla Ochitorena, to save the university to withdraw.
By withdrawing.
By withdrawing. Your thought on this?
Nadisuyas eh.
Okay.
Kay si limpio di su trabaho, porque manele man withdraw.
Okay.
Necesita depende le su cuerpo. That's why I was emphasizing in denantes, ablagane iyo, let us give Dr. Ochotorena the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And place it in a forum where this comes out in the open para pwede le depende su cuerpo.
Alright.
Because
we will have her akin ang programa.
Because sitang claim ele authorship ni sita sabi lang puntay po ano de research.
Okay.
Porque linuay na presentation. Yan award pa ko nele best presenter. Iya itya pala siya na Facebook, no? So, sa mga claims ang sinata, uwi alamang kita sa donde. I do not have prior knowledge about this. Si deberasan siya, asa klaro? Kaya ang mga ganes el tradisyon del eskwela. El eskwela, sinabisaya pa siya, uting kayo, hindi nagtanan. And when you open this up, the mere fact that you do a research it means that you're going to expose your research to public scrutiny, especially in the community of eminent minds, of peers, of scholars. Because one research, one dissertation, could be equivalent to 10 technical papers subject to peer reviews. So, todo se debe man withstand el squeezing, wishy-washing kusa-kosa del public scrutiny, whether scientific or not.
Ma'am, how did you get the presidency of WEMSU?
No.
I mean, did you lobby? Because did you lobby? Did you tabagan sila yaman sip-sip to ng mga Board of Regents? Because there are talks, kahit siya ni un kandidato, amo daw gani, no? Paltanada hingkaya lang, paltanada besaya lang el PS del membro del Board of Regents. For the record, how did you become president?
I stand solidly on my credentials. Kasi desde ay ablay contigo, si abla emotional investment di miyo na WEMSU, 1958 pa yung tali, kindergarten. So, we rose through the ranks, and so we were part of the process of building up the university to be what it is supposed to be, no? A prestigious university where people can become freely and quality-wise educated para sirbi na diaton gente.
Do you remember, Madam former President, who were then the members of the Board of Regents?
In my time?
Your time?
In my time?
Was there a politician then?
Oh, there was.
There was already.
Si Kuan. At that time, he was Congressman Lobregat.
Okay.
Mayor Bakil, basta si Sir Celso. Entra. Na después, tiene man si ley. Aquel Higher Education Modernization Act, Republic Act 8292, which prescribes the composition of the board.
All right.
So the board is made up of representative adentro del estudiante,
Yes.
representative del faculty, representative del alumni, después el business, el private sector dos sila. Después el head of the House Committee on Technical and Higher Education, head of the Senate Committee on Education, tali el NEDA, después si science-based el eskwela ditoy, como el Marine Science, ansina, tali el DOST, ara, entraw el DOST na WEMSU, kiyan pa. So esos, more or less mga 11 esos, plus prominent citizens of the community. So entra el business, so como ara, kimbal entraw, kanda Mr. Locson, como ara, no? In my time, hindi ta kurda. Pero ara, it's the composition is it's Mr. Locson, it's
Calolio.
Mr. Calolio,
Professor Torres,
representing
Senate.
And then si Sir Celso,
Representing
Congress. Después kanda el regional director del NEDA, del DOST.
Okay. Or I don't know if you know, ma'am, for the education of our viewers, how are members of the Board of Regents appointed there?
Natanvet sa dila qualifications.
Okay.
Tanvet sa dila qualifications, then the board among themselves choose.
No, I mean, like in the case of Edwin Calolo, how did he get into the Board of Regents?
Na I don't know. Because as I
mean,
said,
was there a selection process among the business?
I don't
Something
know.
like that?
I don't know if they went through that process, no? Because by that itself, kinataman sa mga question.
Okay.
If I were to joke about it, pero sa kayo sa eskwela, habla sila, na si Sir Edwin, presidente si del Southern City Colleges, na si Chene basketball game, si Moy Eding tabla. Si Chene basketball game, entre WEMSU pati na Southern, on the man cheer si Sir Edwin. So mga ansina ba, no? So you are seeing that the implications of this raise up issues like conflict of interest, vested interest, mga ansina-ansina. But I would like to assume that these are all above board, no? Because siyempre, tardaten lea, sirve tenele con el eskwela, so we appreciate
There
that.
are calls, Madam former President. See, for example, the chairman del Committee on Education in the Senate, while it is to continue siyempre process, no, they have a representation, but they make sure kung ken sila mandasinta as the representative, must be an alumnus of WEMSU. Because right now, yes, pero there are calls like that. I'd like to get your idea if this is okay or not tenable to your ears. Kaya right now, composition, tabla ganin sila, how can WEMSU expect effort from a president of the school, of other school rather, to uplift Western Mindanao State University? Natural, hindi tamili komporma abanchal WEMSU kumpara na di si eskwela. Something like that, no?
Na pero iyo, I would like to think tamen that we have the best interests of our people and the school at heart, no? Maskin ganyo to yung private school o kosa, kay hunto man kita, you prosper yourself, you prosper your neighbor, mga ansina ba? So inclusive kita So I would not want to impute any dark motives on somebody. But el Dimio, I'd like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Bakit malutin si pensa malo sa
After all, hindi man competition sa negosyo, hindi man kompetensya. Private against government.
But I'm sure the board had its reasons.
Okay. Ma'am Grace, during your time, when you were vying for the presidency, has that ambition of yours been festered with politics? Igual kumuko sa tabla na karta di Dr. Chona? Culturally, though, embedded yung political yung aura as to the selection of the presidency.
Portable politika.
Este kita acorda. Este eskwela publiko. And because it is a public school, it is a state-subsidized university. Pwede si ibita? Makinahangli si politicized gatse.
Okay.
So, the problem is, the point is, the president should know how to dance tinikling, to play with the to dance with the music. Si kay Chene tamen, mga interests ba? Like Chene politiko, kireli rin po mga scholarships di suyo, Chene politiko, kireli rin po di suyo appointee, Chene mga ansina. And that becomes the pressure on the president. Because bueno lang kay Chene mga policies like el civil service o el kwan. Tadikta. Ansina debe el associate professor ansina. Ansina debe el entry requirement, master's degree. Nano pwede to basta kunin kay you know, the presidency as an institution mananagat landmines. Na landmines talyal civil service. Taliyal COA, taliyal ombudsman, taliyal mga revised penal code. Sa mga todo sa mga lay on the tunisisita pisa, hindi to kida liable on those.
Para hindi
kasi
bebenta.
Careful
Okay, Lip, kaya pa to on the search for the presidency?
Mas.
Okay, we'd like to know mga business, kung tabla yung amedyante kung ese gane kwento-kwento kay Chene daw, no? It is yet to be established. Chene daw, yaman doctor kung doctorate degree din.
Yaman railroad.
Yes.
Pronto lang niya.
This time we'd like to know from the former president, pakilaya ba tapo obtene kung ese doctorate degree? How much time it takes, mga business, or requires from an aspirant of that doctorate degree?
And I'm sure akal tiyempo ta sa ka-doctorate si Ma'am Grace, no, ay pakal mga online study, mga school, no, homeschooling, no, ay pakal.
Kaya ba, that time,
actual todo.
Na mga Jurassic pakal tempo.
Alright, for the record, where did you obtain your doctorate degree?
Na University of the Philippines.
University of the Philippines.
And then I went for a postdoctoral degree na University of Minnesota.
US of A.
Okay. During your time, Chene ba, ma'am, in other schools, if you know, Chene ba, like, or UP, Chene ba, como se llama, aquel programa doctorate degree que you don't need to go to the campus gayon? Or how was the method during your time?
Okay. Ansina se.
Okay.
Kasi el standard, man master's to, no? Yes, man doctoral.
Sí.
Como tabla to feel, necesita requirement, pero not necessary.
Okay.
Because at UP, there is a BS PhD program, not necessarily masteral.
Okay.
Pero you go through the coursework that is equivalent to a masteral, no lang to thesis, pero diretso to na coursework na doctoral.
How many
It's
years?
a BS PhD.
How many years?
5 to 7.
Igual lang siyempre. Kasali.
Igual lang.
Igual lang. Kay sisigito na normal, graduaan na ito 4-year undergraduate course. And then 2-year masteral, 6 years. Another 2 years doctoral, kanto si 8.
Depende sa na dito yung dissertation tamin
Okay.
Kasi tan babad gat to, it will take time to immerse. At least 6 months man immerse to. Kasi pa to pwede. So, what we're now saying is, depende na sophistication de la eskwela, tapos dele aregla sa di suyo programa, pero pa si autonomous and deregulated.
Okay.
Kasi like Ateneo de Zamboanga is a deregulated university, so they can have the autonomy to be flexible in the way they deal with things. They can consort with Xavier University for their law program. They can do their own college of medicine that is problem-based. Law, which is non-conventional, parte sa del di ila privilege as a deregulated.
Okay, mag-establish anay kita, ma'am, el proseso del obtaining the doctorate degree. How do you study that?
Okay.
Igual ba si atendió clase, igual ba si na otro kurso, atendió clase, senior teacher, or pakilaya ba?
Okay. There are programs that are standard programs. Segun na ko sa dito yung specialization kere.
Okay.
Si talito na public ad, talito na education, na language, na etc. Na health sciences. So, sila, tiyan sa tracks, no? And those tracks are covered by 3 major offerings. 1, Kosa foundation courses. Dapat 2, Kosa major courses. Dapat 3, Kosa cognate, como related contigo from other disciplines. So, S3. Assumptionally is that when you take a higher course, advanced education, articulated vertically articulated kaya this year, si Kosa grupo to ta insenya, si talito na nursing, PhD dito yung nursing. Si dito yung insenyada, public ad, dito yung PhD must be in public ad. Nakaapan na so masters lang dito yung public ad. Doyle BS public ad, no? Unlike sa MSU, tiyan BS, no? But what we're saying is articulated se. Sina education o language teaching to hasta dito yung level, it should be because el sakada dito yung del doctoral dito yung nisisita man enrich ko na dito ensenyansa.
Okay. Alright.
So that's why we're calling it vertical articulation. And you can claim credits for that. Na university, as in any other university, el kultura ba de la eskwela is very credentialist. So,
Okay.
pregunta pa kuntiyo, cosa tu degree tiene? PhD, cosa? PhD, doctorate, PhD o EDD? Abla pa siya. Onde tu siya saka, aki o na UP o na Ateneo na undo.
Alright.
Tiene si sila ang sina, no?
So, importante ang eskwela.
Tiene nombre el mga eskwela because after all, it's still academic economics, no? Ikaw pa siya nakamino tapasa tu, onde tu hila, onde changge tu compra manga, onde changge tu compra huevos, etc.
Alright, pero I would like to presume, El Williamson, hindi mo talaga butaw.
Ay, hindi.
Competitive Williamson. Pero so, extraña lang yun, porque allí na Williamson tiene PhD, porque pa yung anda na apuera.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Because, amo yung gana say, we want to make it accessible. Por eso taki lang kita. No? But, tiene programa el CHED, el Commission on Higher Education, tabla, tiene sila Centers of Excellence, tiene sila Centers of Development, tiene sila mga nodal schools. Como example, you don't have a PhD in physics. But you do have one in San Carlos University.
Pakel.
So, or you don't have, but in Mindanao, kung sa tuman identify eskwela tiyan PhD in physics, IIT, MSU, Iligan Institute of Technology, PhD in mechanical engineering, which is the degree of one of the aspirants, no? Sakali na IIT. Kayo couldn't get it from WEMSU.
Okay. Ma'am, otra vez, no? Para entender kung sa tang kwento kita dito mga viewers as well as listeners. Okay, el estudyante ba na doctoral degree ta attend the klase every day? How? Pakilaya ba siya?
Okay.
Alright.
Chile, mira kita student psychology, no? Because these are mature people. And as mga mature, bihira sa mga straight BS, MA, PhD, tiyan na ese tatrabahaya, tiyan na ese owner de eskwela, tiyan na ese abogaw. So they come to graduate school to enrich themselves and at the same time to get a degree. Nasaguntin sa na schedule di ila. And it is part of the risk if they miss the meetings, no?
Okay.
But the expectation is si kosal schedule del maestro abuya gatelelye because it is a commitment. Kaya gatle commitment ko na el estudyante, kaya el estudyante tapaga tuition.
Okay.
Na, el segundo de ese is si ele mismo no pwede man absent, necesita man make-up classes le. Ipidi permiso con el vice president o con el dean del graduate school o quien kay man absent yung tal dia, el make-up di miyo tal schedule. Para el estudyante guided accordingly and then nasa sila gasta pasahe anda. Now, el advantage de ese tamen is because tiene kita online, we are never absent. We can always be reached, no? So technology more than makes up for our absence. But what we're now saying is, if you combine classroom presence, el gadgets, el technology, and all that, we are supposed to be able to optimize on the presence of the teacher and the student.
Okay. Tiyan mga eskwela, ma'am, I don't know if this is genuine. Or in your time, tiene ba siya a university, yapone campus, for example, Sambonga campus, cover tiene course, doctorate degree. Is that valid?
Na, ese si sanction de ese by that university, el mother university. Si tiene ese programa man extension course, aquel mismo university quien ta ofrece. Valid siya.
Okay.
Pero el problema li is if you open an extension, tiyan yung mga requirements.
Alright.
You have the faculty, you have the library, you have the facilities that will warrant a full-blown academic program, especially na doctoral.
And WEMSO has all those.
Ay nasi.
Alright.
Okay.
Now that's where the
Pero nisisita man extend, kita kili.
Okay, you have mentioned na two. Okay, when a university, pune, for example, sa mga campus, provided kompleto le. Tiene faculty. This is where the question comes. Alright, tiene ese daw uno kandidato obtain the doctoral degree sa mga campus, pero un maestro lang yan tiene. And that is it necessary always when you enroll, when your course is PhD, is it always, ma'am, and Professor Taminali, PhD, hindi doctor in public administration?
LD ato na assumption, kasi una best ligat to na level that doctorate, tan-assume kita tiyan to a kind of expertise.
Alright.
So if your doctorate, the one you offer is a public ad, bonito era si el doctor, el maestro, doctor in public ad.
Okay.
Na ara, el question lang about, you remember, ablayo tiyan foundation, tiyan major, tiyan cognates. Otro sa mga areas kaya pwede kita mang claim expertise, por eso quiere kita tiene exposure el estudyante na otro mga klase de pensamiento, eminent minds. Because at this level, you're really interacting. But sa no ito bilib ko na dito maestro, sinusabi na sa na otro issues tamen. So, el point ali is el exposure del estudyante na mucho grupo of aquel tabla kita eminent minds. Because at the end of the day, tu kada tuon eminent mind tamen. So how can you estaba lang to na on maestro? Uwil idea dakel. So it would be that
questionable tamen
rounded.
Question tamen.
Questionable tamen.
Okay.
Oh, imagine 2 years, the entire 2 years, un maestro lang.
Si, yung ko na si question na. Kaya in the first place, kosa el exposure na otro.
So limited lang dito.
Limited ang articulation.
Now, let's talk about time. How much time does a doctoral degree require? In your case, did you go on leave?
Yes. I went on full-time leave. Kaya de anda na UP si Takyo. Estudya.
Is it possible for you, ma'am, to obtain, had you not leave? You did not leave?
Hindi.
Was it possible
Ano
for you
yung taabla kita academic courtesy?
Okay.
Kasi quiere tu, kasi parte del programa de la escuela, ayuda contigo to be for professional development. So, pidi tu permiso, si tiene scholarship la escuela que dale, pwede tu con aquel man avail, si dale, and then you go on leave for so much semesters para po. Manada si Ancina na Wemsu.
And when you say you go on leave, kusakal with pay? With
Official time.
Official time.
Kaya el ched manada si Ancina privileges.
I asked that, Madam Former President, because amo gani, as a subject of controversy on about the doctoral degree, Bisuyo is graduate doctoral degree without leaving the WEMSU. Not a single day.
No man leave?
No, I did not avail.
Pakemodo el issue del residency.
Okay.
Kasi built into the graduate programs is that you should have about 6 months of residency na mismo campus on the Tasakatu. So, si inole sa na WEMSU, okay, granted, entrale na extension daquela escuela, which is in WEMSU, tiene bale permiso.
Ayun.
Desde na authorities de la escuela. Now, the question of permiso is important because acorda tu deja tu klase. El issue sa del responsibilidad dito yung estudyante. E acorda tu el estudyante apaga dila wait para entrar na escuela. So you are supposed to serve them because they paid for that. And if they didn't pay for that, amo sa tabla iskolar ng bayan? Tiyan siyempre.
Hindi pwede tamin to abla Ma'am Grace tasaka to doctorate usa to akel time outside of office hours. Pwede tamin.
Pwede. Basta pwede lang ese. Numa lang usal dito yung office hours. Precisely. Tiyan na university antes ese issue of trabaho, hindi estudio. Moonlighting. Ta enseña aquí, dapat ta enseña allá, aquí allá na. Kay de vera, este mga tiempo nisisita mga kita man sariling sikap.
Sideline, talama.
So talya na eskwela tabla sa kami moonlighting. Na iyo personally as a matter of principle di mio lang personal. Hindi sa sangga.
Okay.
Kayo takriyo kasi tiyan ito ko sasabi porque man yung sangga dito serbisyo na otro eskwela para pwede tina-exposure ang mga bata na dito yung tamin mga ideya. So I will allow you basta pwede lang ito permiso para sabi ka on dito.
Even within official time, so yun.
Na hindi. Nang mga tubate sa gross official time. Dapat tiyan gane si Ancina. May klase si Juan. Dapat ablal maestro, available yung man, pero talala na Facebook, talala na Cotabato. Magkano naman to keda na dos lugar at the same time. So, many ways.
I'd like to go back to my question. Nisita ba gayot? Taman require ba gayot? el course of the doctoral degree, kung el estudyante to take a leave para pwede to konsentra? Is it always necessary to be like that? I mean,
with the technology now, pwede man to si bright ba to man strategize dito yung coursework, no?
Okay.
Because pwede man sa weekends, pwede man sa evenings, maski na College of Law,
Yes,
weekend and evenings, no? So pwede lang sa di aton lang is number one, kada to conscious ko na dito trabaho, kaya para kunti ko sweldo para sirbi. And segundo, kada tamen to conscious kaya yan sa standards sa graduate education.
Ayun.
So you should have so much number of hours focusing on this discipline. At least ablato ko na dito maestro kay Taleo, tamira yung mga Google, etc. Taas ba yung studio tamen ninyo? Because it is not at all times that you can be present. Diyan si mga heads of schools, mga opisina, tali, maski na city government, takada estudyante di amo, pirmi si absent, ay meeting naman nila, no pwede din kita sa sangga, no? But what we're saying is, how do you make it up? How do you make up for that absence?
Ma'am Grace, there is one accusation also. Cosa ba yung una? Conferment or dissertation?
You know, the conferment of the degree is contingent upon the submission of your final copies. Na el final copies tal dito dissertation, tapasagat sa akal tabla kita research rigor.
Alright.
Na ese research rigor, quiere decir, siligat to kunel standards del ideal research pa, including mga ethics de ese, including el reviews de ese, and then at every turn, for example, na WEMSU, 3 beses el encuentro na oral panel.
Okay.
Na primer panel, el title pa lang dito yun. Man defend to. Presentase. Na depes, pwede ser, man divine, man split sa sila al title, man fuse sa sila. Asegun niya sa kunel dito oral examiners. Okay. Na si dali to kone si primero, dali to 3 semana.
Title pa lang, ha?
Title pa lang. O sindi, at least 1 week. Para mira lang at sila el spread del dito yung idea. Number 2, akal kung kanya iskuhi topic, asa to proposal ko na kel. Quiere decir, empesa ya to na introduction, na background, na related lit, na onde-onde. Kabar kada to perspective, kosa ba dito plano? Para pwede ko neste research ase. So, kosa dito sample, onde-onde to konese saka, el proseso del gathering of data, si quantitative o qualitative base. So, ese lang mismo, another at least 3 weeks. Yung tabla at least, ha? Another 3 weeks. Na ara, si dali kung tiwo go signal el dito yung panel, andaya to na field. Na si andaya to na field, subject ya to na conditions of the field because you cannot always be precise in your plans. Kasi talyi el pero as apas kuntigo, talyi el mga hostile respondents to kere abridila gate, talyi el kansansya, el ulani, el sol, que el frío, que calor, talya todo el palta, palta budget, talya el dito 2 calderos, si aki to tasaka o donde to tasaka el dito yung degree, manada si constraints. Tali pa to dito magabata, visita pa to manchuto, talya si todo komplikasyon. So, kemodo to se man space out, dito yung magatrabaho so that you can finish in record time.
Alright.
Parte sa del time constraint di aton. Na ara, ligat to na final, na dissertation, in my time, tablases di mi critic, kasamaan, yakabaya dito Mills and Boone, meaning to say, yakabaya dito dissertation. Na, el di mi dissertation, tablayo, ma'am, pero ko to, ma'am, kay nebulous di mi subject matter, academic freedom di mi dissertation. So, el point niya, dalaten to, el tiempo kanila para estudya, araan na to kanila. Kabaya, ma'am, rega niya pa kuntigo, kay pa sila kaba. Ese. So, what I'm saying is, dyan is a time element. Después, very lately, in the last decade, yan institutionalized sila, tabla research ethics.
Okay.
Na research ethics, na so dyan agad sa opisina de research ethics. Kay parte sa del intellectual property. Now, el research ethics, 2 prinsipyo lang siya. Beneficence and non-malfeasance. Meaning, the research should address the need to do good.
Alright.
And the research should avoid doing harm. Non-malfeasance. Okay. So, cosa se quiere decir in concrete terms? Number 1, free, prior, and informed consent. Quiere decir, FPIC, pedito permiso con el barangay, pedito permiso con el headman, pedito permiso con el dito yung mga respondents, kaya willing sila participan na dito research. El second point is, you guarantee anonymity. Kaya no quiere tú que venga con eso, si tiene sila malpalabra habla. Number 3, you guarantee that you do not use deceitful strategies. Meaning, not do the tekas as a Tapos number 4, asigura tu que dali con el dito yung respondents, el right man withdraw na dito yung research.
Alright.
That's part of the research ethics.
So, bilang yung previous na question, kung sa una mo?
Kung sa una?
Una, el dissertation. No, I mean, una, el submission of one rather than confirming?
Hindi. Because...
Confirming como el trophy,
Exactly.
El issue aquí.
Because the dissertation is supposed to be your magnum opus. And the dissertation must have the approval sheet. Alli na approval sheet, tali el signature del dito panel.
Sí.
Ya accepta ba sila dito research? Por eso, grande el trabajo del panel.
Precisely, I'm asking Dr. Grace, kay el asunto, yang una daw mang confer ko nila kontra ese trabaho tamang kwento to.
Na dol kwan man, ano malus man. No, because el di mio, el cosa yo sabe is, if this is a requirement for graduation,
Cumple
antes de confirm. Nakamiganin na wem, so tantrete niya ka namon antes kay kinatabla, takyal mga tatay nana, estaba na, kwan, tasakay retrato, kay pinsam sila, gradua, na may pagani man kwan, dahil requirement. Na sina bachelors kita stricto, pero pa sina doktoral.
Okay, akal mga akusasyon kaya mention na yun that I sought an answer from you, akal mga, kwan ma'am, clearly to your mind, spurious kayo, I mean anomalous, pagkasakada pagka-doktor del un kadita.
Por eso, yo no quiero hacer judgment, no? Por eso yo, tasigi yun na public outcry, investiga. Preconese. Kasi no quiero you man impute any ill motives on anyone, no? Because the assumption gani diaton sinway ese abuya issue. Go lang siya. Presume regularity ko nese. So, it's incumbent upon the search committee to reopen it and investigate. Kay, if we are left with choices, what kind of choices?
Okay.
Na, kiri gata kita, akil bonito choices, kay, nagat to duda, kay ese gat el disuyo ko.
Are you trying to imply, Madam President, ke sabi ato kay Chene Ancina?
Hindi. Hindi, yung sa tabla kay Chene Ancina. Pero sabi ka Cho, kay there are places where these tendencies are bound to happen unless there are controls. Now, that's why talyal ethics committee, that's why talyal investigative, even the grievance process. Alina wemsu tamen tiene se akil dila promotional, akil based on the national budget circular nga. So much Ancina, nisisita Ancina dito points para sa as instructor 1, 2, 3, 4, Ancina dito points hasta alya kato na college on university professor.
Alright. So, ma'am, going back to the controversy, kaya mangkwento kita, mga bisinos, no? Uno, ese gane, aligasyon, kay doctor, del doctoral degree, plus, ese gane, yasaka, yamang angkun, hindi. Alright, you were saying a while ago, only the board of regents can settle or save kung este asunto from Shane, kung university. If I may ask you, cosa dito yung mensahe ko ng board of regents? I know they are watching us right now.
Na el appeal din niyo con el board of regents, be impartial and be open-minded because people are clamoring because they have been aggrieved. So if you were to exercise an act of justice, let this be the one now. Bira sa na search process. And bira sa na search process, algi sa todo man kalkal.
Man elimination ito.
Because el point lang ali is tiene 8, no? If they are true to their claims, nasa miedo. Asasali, el ebidensya. Because that is part of the culture of the university. We know that there could be others. There could be others. But this one is crucial because it's a claim to the presidency. Now, you are supposed to be the law enforcer, disciplining authority. Kung sa man to pwede man call down kon otro tantekas na disuyo dissertation o DCU masteral thesis, ito mismo
Sino itong
questionable.
moral ascendancy?
That's the point about you cannot give what you do not have.
Okay. Alright. Sige. Check yung mga, siguro mga amiga di Ma'am Grace. Hi Ma'am Grace, nice to listen to you on air in fighting form. Regards, Richie Nuno. And then Ma'am Grace, so nice to see you on TV, your friend and supporter. Enlightened Ma'am, former Council of Greeks, Chairman M. Arbison.
Thank you.
Sir, kindly extend my appreciation to our former president of WIMSU in our time. Still the best, syempre si Ma'am Grace from College of Education.
Alhamdulillah.
And thank you to Dateline Teleradyo for discussing the issue very intelligently, for having an intelligent resource persons like Dr. Grace Reversion.
Ay, senyor.
Nakakatamis contigo, ha?
Na, amiga, el otro asunto, que tabla tu, ¿quién puede con ese? Tan cuento yo con el Board of Regents, que they're the ones who are on the spot now. El search committee, tulang ese, del Board of Regents.
Okay.
Na, el Board of Regents are appointing by law 8292. Sila el man appoint, pero man, because they're very busy people, they appoint a search committee.
Okay.
Na, el search committee, amo sa debe man kalkal. It is to the search committee that all these issues must come. Okay. May problema, hindi si Tamiral Search Committee, depes man shortlist sila, 1, 2, 3, el board ya se escogí. Por eso, ayer, gana el cuento, sino ay el search committee, si el board kasi siya niyo pasasabi na otro eskwela, no? State University tense. Ya anda el board, man shortlist, kaya dali kanila el search committee, top 3. So, alya na top 3, iskuhi sila. Napakimodo to kay el board, ya iskuhi number 7.
No.
And diba?
No in a shortlist.
No in a shortlist. So, cuando iskuhi sila con el number 7, quejas te ara el 3 contra con el board.
Natural.
Na, cuando queja contra con el board, ya sigue siempre sinta el number 7.
Alright.
Na, so el cuestionara, cosa ya pasa? Na, ya kabaya lang el term di number 7, no hay pa el korte puede decidir. So,
they brought it to the court. They brought it to the court, but
they brought it to court. So, hasta ara na ise. So, ese, si na Board of Regents kita tang kwento.
Okay.
No? Okay. Yatane asunto na WEMSU. Tal opisyal, ya queda presidente. Okay. Ya queda le presidente in spite of civil service memo 40 aquel o something series ang sinataabla. Un opisyal de un grande agency taman oversee o tan supervise con un agency mas bajo, no pwede ko presidente yan na mas bajo. For example, el CHED. Si commissioner to del CHED, no pwede to corre presidente del WEMSU. Unless janitor, security, clerk lang. Sina. Nakorre siyempre. Naara el board, ya itcha ko nila. So, to her credit, ya po dilises hila approval del kontobilog del board. So, queda lekwan, presidente. Na-tiene man mga faculty na WEMSU. Ne conforme. Kaya violate ko na kel rule del civil service. Liba sa sila na civil service. Gina na civil service, kaan dahil civil service abla, approve, appointment disapprove.
No.
Na, ara, aking mga members del board, kin ya anda ko nilibota, ya anda man MR, motion for recon, to the same civil service regional. Ya anda tamil civil service abla, denied with finality.
No.
Nay, yataran tali ara sale. Por eso kel, in 5 months, yasintale, yaman activate yatamen el next search, alya si Bengi i-entra.
Okay.
So, cuando ya pasase, entra el COA later on, ya cobra con el members del board, man reimburse kami todo kaya gasta kamo con aquel kwan, invalid. So, el dimio, el confidence na di aton mga COA, na civil service, debitally, the COA and the civil service are two constitutional commissions above all offices. So sila sa pwede man scrutinize. Iaasa sila dila trabaho.
So kaya disir Ma'am Grace, hindi kaya disir ya ilihiya el board, for example, may mas hope to unseat everything.
Manadaman. Talil civil service, talil korte. Talil korte. Nasa sa na konte, baka kriminal yas eh.
And with that, ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you for your
My
time.
pleasure. My
Yadali to ka naman kina Dateline Teleradyo.
Si.
And
Okay.
we hope to have you next time. Si Chene mga controversy on the academic controversy.
Hindi lang, man-plug yung ara por causa del environment. Tiyan kita climate change issues. Talya di mi otro mundo ara. Sige, gracias gayo.
Thank you. Mga bisinos, Dr. Grace Remollos, el antes presidente del Western. Actually, uno del mga pamuso.
Uno del mga fighters. Fighting
Presidente del
president.
Western Mindanao State University, our alma mater, mga bisinos. Tip, may makita oras. Sige.
Sí, mga vecinos, ya llegó también el tiempo. Ojalá que todo mga cosa que discutigame aquí, ya ayudaman enlighten de ustedes pensamiento. Tiene tan pidi ka naman aquí, kira do tamen sila uwi el side di Dr.
Of course,
Carla.
we will.
Well, we will exert all efforts. Hindi man aura, no, kay palta kita oras. Mañana or in the coming days, no? Kay 2 weeks pa man tiyan before man elect ko ng nuevo presidente. So gracias mga bisinos. Ojalá que na mga reso kita sa ustedes, firme ustedes incluye ka namon, idiamon mga pamilya para firme kita po naman nuntuki. Este si Philip Amoy, the Barrio Boy, kita rin di miles. Gracias. Hasta la siguiente compañerismo. Bye-bye.
Yo también de ustedes, simple servidor, al Alhamsi, el nombre que tajura, otra vez, todo el día con ustedes, to continue to protect and defend the name of Zamboanga City. Nunca gacho ay mancha con el nombre del dito ciudad Philip, de ciudad, de aton todo ciudad, el nombre Zamboanga City. Por parte del entero crew and staff of GBPI TV 11 and the management, Mr. and Mrs. Eddie and Lolita Chua. Otra vez, muchísimas gracias, magsukul, dagang salamat, maraming salamat. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for watching Dateline Teleradyo.
Pearl Morning.
Sir Dong! Alam ko na! Ang Dunkin' Classic Milk Tea